Hello, everyone, and welcome to another fabulous Tuesday. We're playing the Flesh and Blood TCG sealed format of the latest set, Tales of Aria, first edition. And sealed, if you're unfamiliar, you open 6 packs, build a deck, play. We are getting ready for Sealed Saturday this Saturday here in Tulsa, Oklahoma, an event we are hosting. It's worth noting registration for that is going to be cut off on Thursday. So if you're thinking about signing up, you should, and you shouldn't wait. And then we're going to have that event on Saturday. It's going to be a great time.
Who's coming in for that? Who's coming in for that?
I'm coming.
I'll be playing. I registered, last week. I finally made the commitment.
Finally did it.
I decided it's time for me to come out of hibernation and win an event.
It's an event where you're not necessarily having to play Ranger.
Or
choosing to play Ranger. You have the choice still.
I've been so surprised. My win rate not playing Ranger has been significantly higher.
You're winning a lot more games when you're not Ranger?
Yeah. Isn't that crazy? But then I got sidetracked. I kept playing Lexi in Sealed, and it worked really well for a while, and then it kind of stopped working a little bit. I've learned some things.
I want to come to that in a second.
Okay,
but Adam Leavitt, apparently coming in from Utah.
What is up?
He's going to win that Who Came From the Furthest Away prize.
From Utah.
Which is a high five.
Where are we coming from in Utah? Salt Lake? Escalante? I've been to Escalante before. Been to Salt Lake City before.
Shane Sneller saying, can't wait until this Saturday.
Yeah, so let's go. Let's get some more people. Let's get
Nathan
some
Bradley, where
right
are you
now.
at? Why aren't you showing up?
Yeah, Nathan.
Yeah.
What's up, Nathan?
Registration's on the website in the Flesh and Blood category. So in case you aren't aware, it's going to be...
Don't we have a Cove link for that?
Yeah, I'm sure we do. You mean to pull it up and link to it?
I just like to fake our not being on top of things on the stream so that we seem personable.
That's one way to do it.
But then behind the scenes, we're like efficient robots trying to squeeze every bit of value out of everything.
I feel like now you're revealing our secret that we're more put together than we let on.
Yeah, that's right.
Put the link in the chat.
Just like Towns Van Zandt.
cov.link/sealed-saturday. As simple as that. Going to be a great time. A lot of really cool. We kind of have a little bit of an archive prizes we're pulling from. Dude, those rainbow foil heroes.
Everybody involved in this event and just keeps saying, can we just throw more things at this prize wall?
Just make it happen.
Not a wall, I guess. The random distribution of prizes to people.
Randos.
Yeah.
The prize I'm after is making the top 8 so I can play in that Aria draft to practice.
Yeah.
Because draft is a hard thing to practice. You need 8 people, really, to
You
make
need
it
8
happen.
people, and you never know what you're going to get, Because, it's so much. There's so much player input in draft. You can't really... You'd have to practice the same 8 players over and over again most of the time. But it's just good to get some reps in, if anything, to get a little more familiar. David Lattimore asking the question, do you think Steven Seagal is more put together than he lets on? You think that's true or false? You seen any Seagal movies?
I know basically nothing about Steven Seagal. His personal life.
Okay.
I've seen some movies, but I couldn't even name one.
Yeah.
That's how unfamiliar I am.
They're pretty similar, all of them, really, I guess. I was really into him for a while. I took a keto for a while. I know everyone's like, oh, I'm so surprised. I took a keto for a while, and he apparently uses that as the baseline of his martial arts.
Really? Thing?
Yeah, stuff.
Style?
Yeah. Everything sound good? I messed with the microphones again today. I just can't stop. It's like deck building. Does Zach sound good? Do I sound good? Is Zach too loud? That's not true. I can already mark that one off the list.
Sometimes you boost my levels to compensate for my lack of loudness.
That's right.
And then it actually too much.
It's hard to microphone a ghost. If you've watched those Ghost Hunter videos, you'll see how difficult it is.
It might be less to do with this audio level of the ghost and more to do with the existence of the ghost.
Look at Davio Hub. Sounds perfect.
Boom.
That's what we're going for. That's the only word I'm happy with.
If you look out there, see?
Is that the perfect lap?
You see the perfect lap out there? You may have just done the perfect lap.
You want to talk Lexi? You want to talk Sealed?
Let's talk Sealed for a second. So you came over Saturday. We had a Sealed Saturday of our own. Getting some reps in, getting some practice in. I've been practicing as well. And you had a moment particularly. Tim also had a moment where you each had Lexi decks that you were like, hey.
These are good.
These seem good. In Sealed, like this weekend at Sealed Saturday, or the weekend after, we're going to Dallas for the calling. You look at a sealed pool, and we're going to open new sealed pools in a second. And I would like you to walk me through the process of like what you're looking for to decide if it's and you can either do it before we open or while we open.
Well, I'll tell you right away. You want to know a couple of the key things?
Tell me your secret.
There's 3 check marks. There are checkpoints, I would say, for Lexi. One is I'm looking for Heaven's Claws and Shock Strikers, straight up.
Why are those so good?
I think that is actually more important than almost anything. The ball lightning and those kinds of cards are very important. Arrows matter less than I thought they did. Ball
Probably about
lightning,
as much as I ever have.
Exactly, right? It's like, well, they're hard to play, annoying to use, and equal power to every other attack card. So that sounds good.
To be fair, they usually have +1.
That's right. Or dominate.
But the problem, no, not from that, but the arrow value equation. Like you're getting...
Depends on the hero, though.
So like a 1 for 5 with a hit effect that blocks for 3.
Yeah.
That's an uncommon combination, and you don't get that in the generic pool.
That's true.
I'm not saying it's enough. I'm just saying, because like the restriction, the reality of Lexi and Ranger in general, not being able to play cards from hand, and then also having a limited number of ways to get them in a position you can play them, and then also the position you need them to be in to play them being the only place where you can store a card.
That's right.
Is a huge restriction.
Yeah, Azalea really dealt with that one.
You can't save for the long game. That's why like Azalea has the filter ability. That's why New Horizons gives you a second slot. Because you can't play the long game and through just standard Ranger. And then secondarily, you draw 4 cards, they're all arrows. And like you can't just play, even if they have go against.
Yeah, you seen those ninja cards? Have you seen those ninja cards?
Right there.
It's like you draw 4 of them and you're like, I can play all 4
right
of
there
these.
in the box.
Woo!
They've got go again.
There it goes. Whoa, look at that.
Sometimes on the table they'll have a hit effect that draws a card for them.
Every time.
Every turn.
Every time.
Yeah,
2 for
great.
5.
Anyways, go.
So here's honestly, I think what I'm looking for. I'm looking for Heaven's Claws, Shock Striker. Those are the cards that I'm looking to arsenal, flip up, play with go again, arrow in, shoot the arrow. You need to be doing 2 attacks with Lexi straight up. Second, I'm looking for, do I have a decent amount of these ice go again cards, looking for Polar Blast, just because it draws you a card. That's really the number one thing. Get a Frostbite, replace itself is a fine exchange. You're also looking for those Winter's Bites, of course. Any colors of those are fine. You're just looking for things to put down. Now, that's not... See, I had it backwards, where after I had done the good lightning builds for a while, I was like, oh, this one has like 9 go again, 0 cost frost cards, ice cards. And I was like, well, that's got to be Lexi. Let's try it. And it's awful. Horrible. Because you're just not bringing enough of a threat for anyone to care about the fact that they're slower.
But that's like to me, the ideal combo is the lightning card in Arsenal for go again. Do whatever you're going to do with it. And then the ice arrow effect.
Ice arrow effects are good.
If you can get the frost token off of a 6 damage hit effect, is way better to me than having to spend it on the Lexi. Because the Lexi ability to me is why you're there.
Yeah, definitely. But you'll find though with a lot of the card pool, the ability to actually use the lightning flip for going on anything meaningful is low. Because like all of your like your lightning cards, like your ball lightnings and even your fuse lightning and fuse lightning, whatever it is, most of those have go again anyway. And you can't play the card out of hand until you've cleared the arsenal, right? So it's not like I can flip up in a lightning card and then put an arrow in, right?
Yeah, but you could like flip a lightning card up, play the 2 for 6 ice card.
Yes, like the ice attacks, Mourner's Grasp, those kinds of cards are great.
The elemental attacks that you can play from hand are particularly good.
There's 3 defenders.
Yeah, and literally any of them. Like the Heaven's Claws and stuff is so good because you can have it in Arsenal.
Right.
Which is, it's like, oh, flip it up, get go again, play it, load and it's also particularly good because the hidden cost of the arrows is you have to load them.
Right.
So you have to pitch to load for 1.
Right.
Ideally, you pitch a blue, you pay 1 to shoot the arrow, and you have 1 floating.
Yeah, and then
so if you send a Heaven's Claws first, that's just like free value.
It's 1,000 value, and then Electrify is tremendous for Lexi.
Yeah,
tremendous. I mean, your dominate, you're going to get +3 damage. You're also going to get that go again effect. So like flipping up Electrify, playing a Heaven's Claws or something from your hand, and then playing Electrify and then dominating an arrow is an incredibly important play for her to be able to make. It also keeps your arsenal fueled.
Technically, isn't Electrify the next time something hits? So could you play the Electrify, then Heaven's Claws, then play the arrow, and if any of those hit, Electrify would trigger?
Yep. It's like Plunder Run, in that way. So I think the lightning stuff is more important than the ice stuff. I think the ice stuff, if you have the electric stuff, you're still going Briar. If you have the electric stuff and the go again ice stuff, you're maybe there. And then past that, if you have enough strong arrows, maybe 3 to 4 pumps, then you're probably there.
Yeah, both the elemental and the ranger pumps, right?
Yeah, it just takes a lot more to get you across the bar to say Lexi is this one.
So we'll see if either of our polls feel that way today. Right? But the other thing I would say is that commentary when we're talking about getting ready for a draft, because if you make the cut and Sealed Saturday, if you make the cut into the calling, if you're playing the national championship, there's draft involved in
I
that.
won't have to worry about that.
Then thinking about what you literally just said, that lightning is ultimately more important to even Lexi. I'm starting to think in Sealed, lightning is also particularly important to Old Briar.
I think lightning runs the pool. I mean, I think you first stop lightning.
See,
Where are you?
some players that I know have been making the case that Earth is the best element in the set.
It's not. Yeah, that's not wrong. But I think your lightning pool is going to allow you to immediately say yes or no to Lexi.
Yeah, it's
So
required.
then
for
Lexi's
her, right?
out.
Yeah,
And then you look at lightning and earth.
but like when you're drafting, as an example, right? Which element are you picking up first?
Oh, the draft is a bit different, yeah, I guess.
And it's kind of interesting because, like, I think it's obviously the two, Lexi and Briar share lightning. Oldhim doesn't have it. And I think people say Earth because the perception that Briar and Oldhim are the stronger choices.
Sure.
So if you're going to get a single element's cards, like that's the one you can leave yourself open to play those two characters. But then you have the classic, well, if everyone's doing that, then you're over in the lightning pool.
And you're not, nobody's passing on red ball lightning.
You can't, even if you're not playing
Nobody's
it.
passing that, right?
That's what
So it's not even these elements or whatnot. It's just like pick up the strong element cards, you know?
Yeah, every time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then
ball lightning is one you can't pass.
I don't know, maybe even after
Electrify?
that first
Get outta here.
pack, you have maybe a bunch of strong cards for all the elements, and then you're like, well, we'll see, you know, who was passing what.
For me, especially if you're in like a top 8 draft, knowing that the cards you don't pick are going to the other players, like 7 to 9 of my picks, I want to be cards that are like unbelievably good across the board.
Yeah.
To leave myself open early, but then also just to deny that card. Like if I see a Glacial Footsteps as an example, it's like, I might be on the line about playing Guardian in that draft, but like I'd rather my opponent have one less of those floating around.
If we both get to top 8, I'll tell you what, I will just nuke the pool. I will just take all of the good cards and have the worst deck ever to give you a better chance. Is that illegal? Is that called collusion?
I mean, it's not illegal by the law.
Did we get DQ'd just now?
I don't know.
I mean, the chance of both of us finding ourselves in a top 8 is extremely rare, but if that happens, I will be trying to beat you more than anything.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I just want to, at that point, I don't care about anything else. I just want to beat Zach.
Well, I
in
can
the
tell
top
you
8.
this. If you're sitting to my left or my right directly, there's like a 98% chance I'm not picking Lexi. Not because I think she's actually good enough, and hopefully we see a pool here today that's good enough. And I also think if people aren't drafting her, she's even better. Right?
Everybody knows that, though, so somebody's drafting her.
Yeah, but like, I try to keep trying to play Ranger, and it just feels like I've got like 100 pounds of sand tied to my body.
You do.
Yeah.
That's why we play it.
Yeah.
That's what we like. It gets everywhere. Okay. Can I open this?
Well, I hope so. My smushy box.
Let's see. Yeah, look, that one's been around the block.
Yeah, I mean, so one of a common question that we get is why we don't guarantee sealed boxes or not boxes, sealed cases. And this is a good example. So I came through at the end and basically got leftovers as my subscription boxes because there's some. I don't know how much you can tell. Can you go top down for me?
Yeah,
real quick?
sure.
This one got pretty smushed. Yeah, you can see there. It got smushed. Anyways, that happens because like things are on pallets. Pallets fall off of trucks, and all sorts of crazy stuff happens. And we have a finite amount of supply, so like, you just never know what's going to happen. And sometimes you have to open the case and verify what's in there, or all kinds of crazy stuff happens. But this is my smushy box. Smushy.
The key is just don't promise anything ever.
Promise as little as you have to.
Just say, all right, give cash this direction, and then what you get.
First pack, cold foil, Cracker Jacks. Now here's
you really built the anticipation.
Yeah, just immediately. So interestingly, the packs that I've pulled, like I pulled the Corsham, the Fable, and it also had a common cold foil in it. The box I pulled, the cold foil Winter's Whale, also had a common cold foil in it.
Interesting.
And 2 of the boxes that I pulled a legendary from also had other cold foils in them. Previously, it was the kind of thing where it's like, people could open packs until they got a cold foil and move along. And that's just not been my experience in this set.
No, I don't think that's probably not the thing anymore. Wow, so this is an interesting, this first pack's good, man. Check this out. You got You're kind of hitting some of the Guardian beats here. You've got a red Glacial, red Entangle. That red Biting Gale is not great, but I gotta tell you, I like it.
We like this
That's how you know it's not very good. That red Bramble Spark also looking great. 1 Shock Striker for our Lexi possibility. What's up, Dydra? Hey, congrats. Sun pulled Corsham last night.
Nice.
Still can't believe it. It's a crazy feeling.
It truly
One day
is.
I imagine I'll feel it.
I too might understand.
I too might feel this. Man, the ice is crushing right now.
Yeah, I got an Electrify and a red Shock Striker already. That's a good start.
I've been trying. I don't know if this matters. I've been trying that. Oh, look at that foil snapshot. Constructed card. I've been trying not to even think about my pool until it's all in front of me. Because a lot of times you like really make mistakes by
You start leaning one way.
leaning and thinking. And there's another red Glacial though. Let's not forget about that.
Can't ignore it.
These packs are easier to open. Are these different?
They were made right here in the US of A.
All right.
Ooh, a red foil Earthor Surge. Come on.
Got some heat.
Got the Sutcliffe suede shoes. Smells like Runeblade to me.
And watch out, that red Seek and Destroy Majestic coming at you. That actually has done some work for me in this format. Coat of Frost,
Seek and
can't
Destroy?
hate it.
Yeah. Just pump things.
Another red Entangle. I'm just
There's
here to
a
pump things.
Red Ball Lightning. Come on. I'm just here to pump things.
Dydra, that's awesome. Do we have US packs or Belgian packs? How do we know? Is there a way to know? Does it say made in the...
I would just assume that U.S. products come from the U.S. of A.
Well, yeah. Hate to break this to you, man, but it's pretty rare.
Well, I know they were starting to print them in the USA.
Service, economy, etc.
I doubt it says on this.
No.
Oh, you know where it would say?
Do people care about this, right? All of it is currently Belgium, says
Belgium.
Guy.
Yeah, it's Belgium.
But he's kind of dim, so...
Ooh, dude. Look at this. 2 Red Ball Lightnings.
And that red Shock, and that Heaven's Claws, and that Electrify. Like, you're actually weirdly on a Lexi potential there.
I'm nervous.
You won't be playing it, though, and that's fine.
Absolutely. Oh, look at this foil yellow weave. All the lightning cards foil are the heat. Look at this. Look at
Have
that.
you made a call on Rejuvenate yet? I know the Arsenal boys hate it. What do you think?
What's an Arsenal boy?
The Arsenal pass.
I'm permanently calling them the Arsenal boys.
What's an Arsenal boy? I listened to your appearance on that podcast.
Did I ruin everything?
I'll talk to you later.
Okay, good. I'm zero nervous. I haven't listened back to it though, so it'd be funny if they did like a Space Ghost thing.
Yeah, it would be so funny.
They actually edit it to just be like terrible. Hey, if you're out there and you work at Legend Story Studios, I'm going to tell you something. It was an interesting decision to sometimes replace the equipment with amulets.
Interesting is not the word you're looking for, is it?
It's a word. I don't have the right
You
word.
think it's wrong?
I don't think it's wrong.
Oh, look at this though. Double lighted up.
Well,
double
dude,
majestic.
You got the crown of Sealed here.
Lighted up?
Nope.
Deep blue.
Oh, my
yeah,
goodness.
the best card in Sealed. Best card in the limited at all, honestly.
Nathan, this is a funny sentence actually. He says, "I loved you on the Arsenal boys."
Red Thump, there it is. We can play
Oh,
Guardian.
agree. He actually has it here. The Arse boys.
Yeah, well, now we're getting somewhere. Different
All right.
audience, maybe.
So outside, just looking at this.
Oh, double red Earthfloor Surge.
So when I only have 1 red Shock Striker and 1 yellow Heaven's Claws, I ultimately feel like I want a touch more for the Lexi train. But
Yeah, you're going to need a lot more.
I'm gonna look at it.
Yeah, look at it, though.
Would you look at that?
I've been doing a poor job of getting these in the right stacks, I think.
Do you think red arrows matter?
Not really, no.
Really?
I mean, red and yellow. I mean, you don't want... If all your arrows are blue, yeah, like, that's not good at all, but... I've not seen a pool where, like, you have bad enough arrows that you're like, oh, everything else is great, but these arrows...
Dude, I might be on the Lexi train.
Okay, what do you got?
Look at this. Tell me if you think I'm crazy. And now my equipment screams Runeblade. I'm gonna be honest. This right here,
This here?
It could also go Guardian. You know, the Cracker Jacks is a nice.
I didn't get that,
play.
so that's a bummer for me.
Check this out though. You ready for this? It's pretty sweet. I got 2 red Chilean Ice Fans.
That's the best card in.
It's a good start.
Best arrow, I should say. I don't know. Frazzles.
I got 2 red Dazzling Crescendos.
That's pretty cool.
So 0 for 4 if keys you get go again.
Yeah.
I got 2 red Overflexes and a yellow.
Yeah, you're pretty well on the path of the dark side here.
And then interestingly, I got a red Bolton shot. Not that is super
nobody
relevant.
cares about that.
But you want a fair number of blues. So the problem I'm looking at here is that I have no lightning blues. 0.
Mm-hmm. You have the lightning blues.
That's right. I have 4 blue ranger cards. And then my ice pool, I actually only have 3 blue. So like I'm gonna not
Did
even
you get deep blue?
No.
Oh wow, you're
I've got 7 blues.
That's problematic.
That's actually maybe the death knell to ranger in this pool, right?
Yeah.
Because like
if you can't like claws or shock striker out into an arrow load shoot and overflex into a load shoot, you're in a problem. That's a problem.
Yeah, and I only have
problematic.
so many 0 costers. So we'll ice this for a second.
Yeah.
This might be true too. Evan's saying hot take. I wouldn't play Lexi without the honing hood.
The honing. Well, what about your elemental cards? Can you pull blues from there?
That's what I was saying. No blue here.
What about elemental? You got Entwine Lightning.
Not playing Invigorate blue. Sorry to tell you. That's it.
Well, maybe you are. It's a third of the deck at 9. About. It's one in every hand.
I'd have to feel really bad about my other 2 pools at this point. Which I could by the end of this.
Most important. I'm a sucker for that red Frostfang, although I really don't think it's very good. I'll tell you what I am a sucker for is these Winter's Grass. Frostfang at yellow is actually quite okay. Look at those Winter. Oh my gosh. Icy Encounter. I'll go with 2 for 6 on that Icy Encounter. I don't mind that. Got some blues.
Those are good attacks.
Yeah. Blues and Polar Blast. Red Polar Blast is the last red I'm looking for, honestly. Icy Encounter.
Let's look at mine.
Okay. 2 Polar Blasts, draw from that's fine. 1 Winter's Bite. This is really more of an attacky ice pool.
Attacky.
You know what? I mean, it's pushing me right into Oldhim right now. Because, watch out. Here comes a double red Earthlore. And we got...
That's the pump we deserve.
The red Autumns, yellow Autumns, red Break. I mean, that's just a good suite of just beats right there.
I really...
Burgeoning is fine.
I've come around to red burgeoning, particularly.
Yeah. Yeah, going to 7.
2 for 7 is...
Seven's... I don't know if you know this, but it's a pretty impressive number on this.
It is a number. It's a key number.
And can we please just not have to run this hero? Let's see what we're dealing with. What are your indicators for? Is Briar literally just the unless something else is phenomenal on running Briar, or are there keys for you on Briar that you're like, oh, this is definitely the.
There are keys. Suede shoes hides is really notable, and really that hints at the most notable piece to me of Briar, which is if you have the ability to go again with enough attacks, just be able to swing the sword.
Just attacks. Right? You're just looking at like go again attacks.
Yeah.
At all.
The other thing I'm looking at is how many non-attack actions do I have. So like, you want to be able to play a go again non-attack action into a go again attack into the sword swing. That's just a lot of value. Or if you have enough, if you have let's say half non-attacks, a lot of times you can play 2 non-attacks to get the embodiment of lightning token. You just get that sword at 1 is so much value because the 2 is so hard to block.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
So that is actually the centerpiece to me of her. Is like I'm just seeing if I have enough ways to do that.
Brambles are always worth a lot.
Yeah,
I like Bramble.
Bramble would be good.
Inspire's kind of the ugly duckling of the non-attack actions.
Yeah. Veil of Flashes are super good.
Yeah.
Especially at red. 1 for 5, and then that's basically like having go again.
It's like a go again attack. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then let's see. We can bring 2 Earthlore Surges in. Let's see what this lightning pool is up to. Red Claws, Red Electrify. We've got the Ball Lightning, Shock Striker, a couple of Lightning Press, Lightning Surge, a couple of Shock Strikers. This is actually a pretty fascinating little pool here. I wish I had about 2 more Electrifies and I'd be very excited about it.
I'd take a lot of those.
Where did you land on Electrify? Did you land there? Or on Lightning Press?
I was like, I love the Electrify.
I've always loved it.
Which one's Lightning Press?
It's the reaction.
I like it.
Yeah.
But I particularly like the yellow and red.
Yeah.
Briar likes it more for me. The hit effects on Lexi are fine, but like be able to create the Surge token or the Embodiment of Earth token
With the hit.
is worth potentially 1 to 2 more on top of it.
Yeah, and a lot of the if this hits stuff that she's got.
Yeah.
Okay, so default. It's a fine Briar pool. It's like most of them.
Yeah.
It looks great.
Playable.
But I'm really thinking that just what I saw from Guardian was looking pretty good.
So like this is a good example of why I might not end up playing Briar. I have 5 non-attack Earth actions, 3 electric, so that's 8, and then I only have 1 in Briar. So I only have 9 non-attack actions, and I don't have any of the. I have 2 Ball Lightnings, but I don't have any of the like lightning, the 0 for 4 that gets to go again from Arsenal, or the 0 for 4 that Diffuse it gets to go again. Just none of that. And so I'm not going to be able to get a lot of go again from double non-attack action.
That's a good question, actually.
Etc. So I'm actually probably not on Briar.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat, man. I've only got like 4 and 5 non-attack actions.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Not good.
I mean, unless I throw in a couple Invigorates, I can get to 6 or 7. And are you playing Red Rejuvenate yet?
It's on the line for me. It's on the line.
It's on the line. It's always on the line. Okay. So then, this Guardian is pretty good. We've got a pretty decent amount of blues here. I'm not opposed to this Red Biting Gale. I think that's a pretty fascinating little card. Strength of Sequoia is not really where I'm wanting to go, but these are going to be resource cards as well. Wish I had a couple more Snowed Unders. We got good blues at 3 defense. I don't know if Yellow Biting Gale is going to make it here. Mulch. We've got Earthlore Surges. We've got Autumn's Touch. We've got Winter's Grasp. We've got some strong attacks here. We've got the Coat of Frost, the Rotten Old Buckler, and Deep Blue. So I probably take Deep Blue, I mean always. And a Ragamuffin's Hat. Raga. Alright, let's take a look at Ranger here. It's so hard for me to pass on an Earth Pool that has 2 red Earthlore Surges and a couple Autumn's Touch. Like, that's just strong.
I'm about to probably pass on a lightning pool that has 2 Ball Lightnings.
Wow, red too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
Yeah.
Let's just see if there's anything weird here. These double lighted ups are interesting. That is the exact word for them too. I say it on purpose.
I can't play Guardian.
This is
the weirdest pool I've ever had.
Now, here's an example, actually, Zach. I have managed to find no red arrows whatsoever. I have one red flake out. Everything else is blue and yellow. God, that snapshot looks so good. You see that?
Oh yeah, that arrow coming at you. It's got the lightning kind of coming off of it, electric.
Yeah. It's really not great here, but it's quite good with whatever that Death Dealer. My gosh, that card looks good. Who made this? Who drew this? Federico Musetti. What's going on behind her?
So
Bunch of fans. Mushrooms. It's mushrooms.
check this out.
Huh.
If I play Oldham, the max if I play every one that I can, even if I don't want to, is 7 blues. That is crazy.
That's yeah. You're probably playing Briar then, huh?
I don't know.
I mean, I don't know. If you can't play anything, you may as well do.
I mean,
Briar.
she's the default if it goes poorly. But like I was like, I'll probably have to go Guardian here. I might have to go Ranger.
I think you have a playable Ranger pool for sure.
So I would love to have the Honing Hood, of course.
Yeah, I mean, those Red Ball Lightnings, man, it's gonna do so much work. You would have to have a really bad Briar pool though, to not play those 2 Red Ball Lightnings.
So look at this.
It'd have to be really bad.
Let's examine this. Okay.
Okay.
I'll let you check me on
I'm gonna put
this.
these Lexi cards away because they're just. It's all just yellows and blues. 2 blue Chilling Icebane. It's like, come on.
Okay. Let's.
I got these lighted on.
Non-attack. Go again. Non-attack. Non-attack. Non-attack.
That's probably a 5 to 6 damage arrow. That's not great.
Okay.
There's like, do you find yourself sorting across like 7 different variables?
Yes.
Every time it's like, okay, how many fuse cards do I have? Sort those out. Add this. How many ice cards do I have? How many blues do I have? Did you get Mark?
Mark what?
Wow.
No.
Mark, yeah.
What
You
I
got nothing.
What I got is 2 amulets. You see?
Yeah, you got the hides. You got Crackerjacks.
Yeah, these are good.
Look at this though.
And the plume's good. Yeah, the Mark of Lightning is worth a lot.
And let's be honest. Look at that deep blue. That's why you're here.
So let me give me a quick bit of the beef.
I don't think I'm going to be playing Briar here. What a relief. What a relief. Oh, look at what Oldham's bringing.
Like, I don't like it. I don't like the stock.
You don't have to like it. But sometimes you got to play it anyway.
Yeah. So I have 12 non-attacks. And I'm playing ones that I don't want to. Know what I mean?
12 is fine, though.
Yeah, but like...
You know, Blue So Tomorrow is not lighting the world up.
There's 2 of those, and there's the Amulet of Earth, which is fine. There's a Blue Invigorate. Like, we're grasping here, you know? It's fine. It's really fine. But like, I only have 1 Veil of Flash and it's blue. This is a potato pool. I got potatoed.
You got potato. I hope that didn't happen on Saturday.
My goodness.
Unless you're playing against me.
That's what the ProQuest is for.
Yeah. I do it like this. It's not how colors work.
Man, I guess we get there. But it is ugly. Woo!
Give him the nature boy. Woo! Okay. All right. An interesting little spread here, isn't it? Ten blues over here. How many do you have?
In Oldham?
Yeah.
7. And I was running some
Some garbage.
some stuff. It may as well be cracked waffles. You know what I mean?
We're kind of, and you and I are, you were pioneering this yellows and reds to pitch to the ability thing.
So I particularly like,
Because you set your stack, and then you also it's 2 cards no matter what you do it. So
yeah, to get both abilities you have to do 2. And so you basically load the bottom of your deck with the reds and yellows, and then you pitch a blue to swing the hammer. So a lot of times your deck eventually is like red, yellow, blue, red, yellow, blue, red, yellow, blue, all the way through.
yeah, you don't mind that.
And a lot of times it's like, you know, when red is like Earth Lore Surge, it's like, or yellow, and Burgeoning is another good example. So like, depends on the cards, but if they're cards you would like to have through like a second cycle, I particularly like it.
Yeah. Look at all this red, though. You got a lot of red in yours, too, didn't you?
Yeah, that's a lot of red, though. Oh, my gosh.
They're great cards, too.
They look
almost,
good.
Almost across the board.
Looks horrible for me.
16 reds there. 18, 20, 22. And you know what? I just put them in, and then I'm going to start cutting. Twine Lightning I'm not going to need. I'm going to put that on my Lightning stack. Rejuvenates, I'm going to drop. I'm just going to drop those straight away. I'm not cool enough yet to be that weird. 2, 4, 6, 16, 17, 20, nope, 20, 22, 24, 6, 37. So I need 7 cuts here to take a look at my old him reality.
Need deny tax.
All right, game plan here. Second verse, same as the first. We're going to have some plays that are going to be Surge, Earthlore Surge into Thump, Earthlore Surge into Mulch. I'm okay with those plays. I'm okay having a Frostfang red. Icy Encounter red is fine by me. Winter's Grasp. Always. Break Ground. Anything that's swinging at red at 3 health, bring it on. Or 3 pitch, bring it on. Double Glacial is a good win condition. Win condition, I should say. Entangle. We're looking for yellow, blue. We've got a lot of good 5 plays. Anything blocking for 3 is in. Invigorate's questionable.
This is an unbelievably questionable pool.
Polar's questionable.
I've done a lot of sealed pools in this set, and this is easily the most suspect. I don't even know.
Just taters, man.
Yeah. Get to Dallas already.
What are your thoughts on Yellow Biting Gale? It's not lining up for me.
I don't like it.
Yeah. Do you like red at all? At 4?
So, obviously against Briar it's less relevant because Dominate's not a thing.
Yeah.
But if you're on Old Him and you have a lot of the blue-yellow that you're going to pitch for his reaction.
Yeah.
Pitching the yellow and the blue and having 2 floating and be able to rack with both his reaction and the from Arsenal out of the 2 cards is not bad.
It's not bad.
But it's such an edge case it'll make your head spin.
So you're on no biting gales at this point.
I don't know.
These gales aren't biting. I mean, if you can fuse it, it is pretty fascinating. Like on that first Briar attack, you throw the 2 and they have to discard. And we know that if you force Briar to discard and then potentially also trigger the Oldham Ice ability, that turn is done. Doesn't matter how awesome they felt.
Covering up an attack with it and having the reaction that you triggered the 2 floating is a really good way to stop arcane damage down the line.
Yeah.
So maybe. I'm curious, anyone out there who's been playing it, have you been playing the defense reacts?
Okay. Grasp is in, Autumn's Touch is always in. 3 blocks that are pitching for yellow or higher are pretty much always in for me at this point. You know what I'm saying?
It's a yes for me, dog.
It's going to be a yes for me. Then it kind of goes to anything that is an elemental, like an earth or an ice card. I guess we should see what we're looking at in terms of fusions.
And all the blues.
Yes. Yeah, I think so.
Hold him likes the blues.
You can go too hard there, especially if you're running a lot of 2 defense blues.
Yeah, any 2/3 block, like a blue that blocks for 3,
is always in. Any yellow or blue that blocks for 3 for me is never cut. Earth or Surge, give me as many as I can have.
Just put that card straight into my veins.
Right in there.
Yeah. I wake up thinking about that card. Just kidding.
I don't have to fuse hardly at all here, so I'm just really looking for the defense reactions.
Yeah, that's his inverted fusion.
Mm-hmm. Inverted fusion.
Now, I also like the defense reacts if you have the shield.
I do.
The dad shield.
The dad shield is great.
The pay 1 shield, now you have 2 floating, so defense react, here we go.
We don't have that.
No. We did last week, and it was glorious.
You did, man. You had it.
I was showing that shield off all around town.
It was crazy.
I left here, went to some friend's house to show it off.
Just
look at this shield.
Check
Did
this.
You see it? Just look at it.
All right, 6, 8. That's 14. 19's in. We're gonna go ahead and throw 20 in there.
Chris says, "Hey TC, I did the Aria pre-release a couple weeks ago and just wanted to say thank you for introducing me to the game. I went 0-4-1, so nowhere to go but up."
That's right. That's how most of us started out. So you're in good company. Yeah, super solid. I'm gonna take these 10 blues. I'm gonna be happy with that for sure. Majority of them are actually looking like they are ice. So we got our 3 blocks. We always take our 3 block blues. Having 4 of these 3s, pitch 3s that are also ice cards is really, really important going into Briar.
Yeah.
If there were more, I'd run them, but there are not. And so I'm playing a bit more of a frisky game here. I'm going to opt out of the defense reactions, but we might test them.
It's good to try.
Deep Blue Overcoat of Frost, yeah. No one's confused about that.
Not at all.
And the only other thing I might make a pass through is...
Joshua Hogan, you're in good company. I've been playing for a year and I went 1-3 at my pre-release. At least I can collect.
Takes a long time, man. I'm still...
Jay Hemp says, "Joke's on you, the true ranger never lies."
That's right. Yep. Hey, let's get these Dragon Shield Classics. What do you think?
Yeah, I didn't even offer you my sleeves because I knew.
Look at it. They don't even really...
They
kind of melt into the sleeve. They don't even...
They're a conversation piece. More than anything. I'm not doing things to see if they bother you.
But it's just kind of a nice smoothness to them, you know?
Yeah, like bread.
Yeah, it feels like you could...
Does it feel like the inside of a peanut butter and jelly sandwich?
Yeah. Yeah.
It actually feels like a PB&J.
Weirdly, it
just
actually
densely
does feel like that, even though I'm uncomfortable with the reference, really. June, head to the first draft.
Good luck.
Yeah, draft's the whole thing. What's your advice for draft?
I'm bad at it.
Yeah.
So...
Most people are, so like there's only so much strategy you can bring in.
Advice for draft. In Aria specifically, the first 5 to 10 picks, just be open-minded. Element cards are going to disappear quickly. Draft those early, especially the good ones. So Ball Lightning, Electrify, Autumn's Touch, Earth or Surge, just to name a few. Then secondarily, draft the really the good class cards, right? So like, how are you gonna win? Question. In Guardian, you're looking at Thump and Glacial Footsteps for Dominate. In Briar, you can either have attacks that do arcane damage or a lot of go again on the attacks, so that you can swing the sword. And Lexi, she has Dominate late stage, right? I think you were saying earlier, right? Heaven's Claws and the card Shock something.
Shock Striker. I think those are good. Those are going to be like good middle of the road. People are going to rate those middle of the road, right? So there's something to be said for just scooping up. If you see them getting past you constantly, just start scooping them.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would be like, all right, so I can go Lexi into this, or if I need to pivot out to Briar, I can always do that.
Also in draft, equipment, Ryan Roper saying this in chat, and I agree, is very rare. So you're only going to open 3 packs each. So if every player picked the equipment slot every time, then no one would have 4 equipment on. The other thing is sometimes, like it happened to me, if 2 of my packs here had amulets instead. So sometimes you just don't even see it. So if you see equipment and it's good,
take Deep Blue anytime you see
yes.
it. First thing you can take it. Unless there's like a legendary, and then take it and sell it.
Well, always take the legendary.
Yeah.
The legendary equipment are also insane. Like, you get the ice chest.
I don't think Voltaire is worth playing in limited.
Ask Tim.
Yeah, I know, right?
Justin, how do you feel about the element cards that are element? Some of those cards, like I really like Entwine Lightning, specifically.
It's the standout.
Because just the go again is really relevant.
Now, I was looking at Entwine Ice the other day, and I remember liking it more than I thought. On red, you're looking at probably getting a 1-for-5 dominate.
Mm-hmm.
So if you can, for instance, like in Oldham, for instance, I maybe should be playing this card if it was red. You could do Earth or Surge, pitch Earth or Surge, Entwine Ice, Fuse card that'll then go to Arsenal, and that's a 10 damage dominate out of nowhere. So that has some play. It's just not enticing enough. And isn't Entwine Earth pretty good? I guess plus 1 or plus 2?
Mm-hmm. Plus 2, I think.
It hits an okay. It's just kind of...
It's
I mean, 3
card.
defense is 3 defense. I mean, it's the most static...
I don't think it's 3 defense, though.
Except, no, that's what I mean. Like, it kind of is at the end of the chain. Once you get past the other attacks, they do the same thing, but are also 3 defense.
Yeah, so like Entwine Earth Red is 2 for 6 that can be an 8 if it's fused. And it only blocks for 2. So 8's fine. That's a big number. And in Sealed and Draft, big numbers matter. Like just putting up big numbers can be enough sometimes. Even Steven?
Yep, sure.
Odd.
So number 1 rule that we do know is never let Lexi go first.
That's my opinion.
We tested it, I think it was 4 or 5 times in a row. I was putting up 10 dominate on the first
It didn't
turn.
feel good.
You just don't want that to happen.
There's at least people that'll make the case.
Yeah, but no, she's got dominate on her weapon. Don't give them the first attack at dominate.
Yeah.
Don't
Well,
do that.
I'm gonna let you go first
Okay.
because I'm a nice guy.
Yeah, thanks. Now, Oldham's got some sneaky dominate as well, and I appreciate you trying to get me worked up about your dice placement there.
It's about as off-putting as I could make it.
Yep. Doing that your whole life. Okay. What do you think about that opening hand?
I love it.
You're playing Briar?
Yep. It's a Zen Briar.
You don't even have to ask these days, really.
I didn't want to.
Just tell me if you're playing anything else.
Yeah, it's like a who's not ready
Yeah.
situation.
Yeah, it's nailed it. Look at that. I got this buckler, though. It's rotten. It's rotten and it's old. Otherwise, a fine buckler, though.
Pulling that cold foil on the pre-release was hilarious. It's like, what are you doing here? Why do you exist?
I'm going to get my pitch cards kind of front and center you.
Oh man, I want this Rosetta Thorn cold foil. Like you wouldn't believe it.
You haven't seen one yet. Really?
They're in the prize kits. They're not in the pack.
They're not real cards. I see.
Yeah.
Do you want to shuffle my deck?
No, it's okay. It's very high on my list of things to procure. Look at that thing. Just picture this gold foil. It's gonna glow.
Yeah, it's going to be beautiful. Be absolutely gorgeous. Okay.
Josh, I've heard nothing about the next set. Except for that it exists.
Okay. I think we're here. I'm just going to Arsenal and pass it over. Good?
Mm-hmm.
I played Ultimate both days at Vegas. I don't think I've played him since.
Well, welcome home.
Yeah, it's kind of fun.
Sinjin, Steelblade.
It's kind of fun.
One, oh, you have the Toki Tokes? Update. Someone asked earlier on the tokens. We're going to be launching those things as soon as humanly possible. They're so close to being ready. Stay tuned. If you're on the community text list, that's a good place to be. Same with our Discord channel. And if you've ever bought Flesh and Blood from us, you'll get an email. And we'll have those.
You haven't opted out of this.
Yeah. We'll have those out as soon as we can, literally.
Guess we don't need the armor tokens, huh?
Not in this set. All right. 2 coming at you with an arcane damage.
2 with an arcane. Okay. You have, look, page a little money over there. Okay, so I'm thinking through my turn. It's a good thought. Really?
Also worth noting, should be happening probably tonight. We'll be launching We'll be launching our Tales of Aria singles, all first edition. Those will be on the website for anyone who's looking to pick something up and buy something from us at the same time. Just so happens.
Okay.
Yeah, we haven't heard anything on Unlimited yet. Dylan, the board should happen around the same time, like at the same time as the tokens. So that'll all be happening, hopefully, imminently.
Now you got Singeing. You currently do not have a non-attack action. You've got one floating. Okay, so I take one Arcane. You got me.
Got him.
And I really think I'm gonna try to go dads here. I'll declare no blocks on that and go to reactions if you'll have it.
I'll pass.
I'll pitch a ice card there to make you put one on top.
Okay. Pass.
Pass as well.
Take two.
Take two.
Call me in the morning. Arsenal pass.
Right on. Not really the top of the deck we were looking to set up, or the bottom of the deck, but here we are.
What do you pitch?
It's not important.
Ice thing, blue ice card.
Yeah, Winter's Bite.
Must
So
start
remember,
paying attention.
blue Winter's Bite. Icing counter, we're going to play Earth or Surge.
Oh, come on.
One floating.
Cheater.
And then we're going to pitch for Autumn's Touch. So 12 coming at you. Yeah, Wilfred asking about unlimited bundles. We're working on some unlimited promotional stuff. It's another one of those things. It's just in waiting.
Let's block for 8.
Okay.
Take 4.
8. All right, because your thing.
I got those magics. Don't you see?
Yeah. Okay, so we're on blues. We got the blues here.
We've got the blue. All right. Over to me. Let's play this So Tomorrow, red. Gonna put a 0 cost or higher card. So I'm gonna grab the Earth or Surge, put it on the bottom of my deck. Draw a card because I played it from Arsenal.
It's very nice. Not nice. Not nice.
It's just bad. It's bad. Steven, it's bad. I'll just swing the sword for 2.
Wow. Now that is not something I was expecting.
So I could have basically played an attack, but if I do that, then I have 1 card in hand. So if you do ice, I also don't get an arsenal. And the attack was only going to be for 4. So I'd rather just have a better turn next turn because this is not a great turn.
Huh. We might actually get to do something here. No, we don't have any fusies. That's a bummer. All right, so let's think about this turn.
Did you answer David's unlimited singles question?
I don't think I've answered anything.
Ask him why we don't do unlimited singles. So short version is the effort it takes to do singles and to list them all and to have them on the website. Unlimited has a lot lower value ultimately, and then also the reality of having both listings managed on the website and the inventory and the bandwidth to do all that just doesn't really make a lot of sense to us. So we basically use our extra boxes, make singles to put on the website, and it's just really easy to be able to say that if you're buying singles from us, it's first edition. And then once those are gone, we take them from the website and we move along.
I think I'm gonna do something risky here.
Well, there's a lot riding on this.
Really risky. I'm gonna take that there damage.
It's not that risky, as far as I'm concerned. I
hate overblocking.
Just too much value.
I hate it. All right, weird. Can't fuse it, but here we go. We're gonna strength the Sequoia. Then we're just gonna pitch and swing hammer for 4.
Hammer for 4.
Hammer for 4.
Oh. Just scraping. You know what I mean?
I do.
Let's take 4.
All right. I'm arsenal that.
Don't like it. Let's see how this goes.
I've got a hot mess going on in the bottom of my deck right now.
Yeah.
It's horrible. Yeah, I hope not to get there. But when I do, it's just going to be swing the hammer, react, swing the hammer, react. Yeah.
Sometimes that's the best we can do.
It's so bad. It's really bad right now.
All right, let's do...
Red ball. Did I just do something? Yeah, this is supposed to be...
Red ball lightning.
Red ball lightning for 3. Interesting turn. Okay. I see what you're up to here.
I like the way you do business, Jackie.
This is not the turn I was hoping for you to be on.
What's that turn?
The ball lightning turn. Yeah. This is the one that I really want to cover up. But this is the problem with Strength of Sequoia and cards like it.
You signal that you need to not block.
Well, and it just puts you in, not that necessarily it's like, would you have not played Red Ball Lightning next turn if you didn't see this? No, right? But it does put me in a tricky situation where I need to make sure I can play an attack. And there are
at least 2 cards.
And there are attacks that I want to play. So I'm gonna do a little damage control. You got 1 in the arsenal. I could just end up taking it right to the face here. Ugh. Great question for me. Great question. You just block 3, and then 2. How important? I mean, you got 3 cards. How important is a card in Briar's hand? Pretty important, right?
Could be. Could also be a potato hand.
You could be rolling into Electrify here.
If I play non-attack, ball lightning clears the chain.
Right. So you're not going to do that.
It's a signal.
So I probably don't have a sword coming into it. Which means that your hand is either more valuable or less valuable. I
have ascertained nothing.
Oh, man. And then I could set up the bottom here a little bit. It'd be interesting.
Jonathan, saying I don't get to watch every TC stream, but the last few I have watched have subtle Lebowski quotes, and that's great. You'd be surprised how many of them do.
So what I'm looking at here, I'll just play it out for you. These are really the 2 cards that I have to play with this turn. So I could pitch this package, even throw the buckler in here, and prevent 2 and 1, for, you know, and get around that, and then also put a card back on top of your hand. Or I could just block for 3. And then you play something else, you pitch, play something else. I've got 3 block on command as needed. If it's like another ball lightning, or you got potatoes, because I think my biggest concern with you playing ball lightning is 2 additional attacks. But I think if you're doing 2 additional attacks, it's probably not the strongest attacks, unless you just hit money. So what do you think? Do you take 3 and a card out of the equation, or do you block 5? Block 3 and take a card out, or do you block 5? if I'm worried about wide, taking the card out makes a lot of sense.
I mean, I don't know what else you've got in your hand, but you could also just block with either of these in the shield and keep one of those in hand.
Yeah, that's the idea. So I could just block this out and hold this for the next thing that you do.
Yeah.
Or I could pitch the reactions now.
Yeah.
It's basically how important is the pitch for the card out of hand. That's really what I'm looking at.
So
you're fully stacked, right? You got Arsenal as well. But the likelihood of you hitting 2 additional go again attacks is so low. In the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, that is low. So what Ball Lightning signals to me when they haven't played non-attack?
It's not electrified down there, we know that.
Is that I've probably either got an all-attack hand, and I'm just trying to get attacks out of my hand, or I've got a something that does arcane damage. So if I can do arcane damage when the Ball Lightning's down, it's 2 arcane damage.
Right.
So examples of that would be like, I mean,
you just follow up with a singeing or anything
literally
like
anything.
That. Yeah.
So what you probably have coming after this is a 2 to 5 damage attack that does the worst card in the world I could have right now for you probably with this hand is Red Rites of Lightning. To do the arcane twice, have the arcane hit, and it has go again, and then play another attack.
Yeah.
Because then this is going to bite at both of those.
How much does Rites cost?
1 cost. Yeah.
So you could potentially pitch and have 2 additional attacks, and whatever's in your arsenal too.
Yeah. So I could like pitch, play it. I have to fuse it with electric, and that's still in my hand. And then the resources left over plus what's in my hand would have to be able to pay for the other thing. That's probably the worst thing I can imagine happening.
Okay, let's think differently here. Okay, I'm gonna play normal then. Let's go 3 here.
Okay, and then I got a decision to make.
Nathan, I don't think I can block and then also pitch to prevent 2 because the pitch isn't blue, right? So like the moment I decide to block this attack, I can no longer activate Hold'em's ability at all. That's kind of what I'm weighing currently. It's one or the other. But I can swap this in for a 3 block, so I can go 3/4 with the buckler, and that's actually a pretty strong reality here.
So I think what I'm gonna do is
that pitch for the reactions here also makes a much stronger end game.
I think I'm gonna pitch. I'm gonna play a Shock Striker.
Right on. 5 is what we didn't want.
Yeah, so it's a 5 and with the ability to pop you for 2 if it hits.
Which I think we're there on that happening. So 3, so yeah, and I think that's going to be what happens. And then you come in with 2 embodiment of Earth from that?
Yeah, assuming they both hit.
Deal 1 damage. That'll deal damage +1.
Yeah, so it's technically 6 and 2 if it hits.
So I take 5, come back in. You got 1 card in hand. No go again currently. Okay, we're just gonna block that for 3.
Okay, I'll pay 2.
Yeah. So the 3 resolves. I take 3 because it's 1 additional. And then it hits. You activate the instant. Deal 2 damage to me.
Yeah, then I get 2 of these bad boys.
Bad boys.
And then over to you.
Yeah, I could name them, but this is the problem, right? So Strength of Squad is gonna pop. And you want to be able to utilize that. So I'm going to pitch for Thump here. So we're going to dominate 8 with Thump.
That's good.
Yeah. That's where it's like a big turn happening on your side. I probably just have to give that play up. And Strength of Squad does nothing. It's just really rare that you play this card.
I mean, an 8 Thump is pretty good.
Yeah, it's real good.
So let's go ahead and
I
block.
remember I can also do like 17 without thinking too, though. So you can't just like be like, oh, I'll hold out for my 8 dominate and take 17.
Yeah. I'll pass defense and go to reactions.
Sure.
We'll go yellow sigil.
Wow, weird. No blocks at all.
Well, I only get 1 card from hand.
Right. Right.
Yeah. So I'll block for 3 and do an arcane.
So I take an arcane and then you take 5 and discard?
Yeah. Sure enough. Sure enough. All right, we'll discard here. That's a good turn.
Yeah. 9/7.
I think that's pretty good.
Doesn't feel like
Enough.
it doesn't feel good.
All right. Let's just pay 2 for a yellow Stir the Wildwood, showing you a red burgeoning.
Is that a fuse?
No. Yeah. Coming in for 6.
It's coming in for 6, and the burgeoning's gonna come in for 7 next turn. Coming in for 6.
Dim guy was looking at the Arcanite for 2 unblockable in the arcane, but it was just sort of a mediocre turn for me, and 2 damage was worth less than the threat of 8. So I was really trying to tempt Steven into blocking because I feel like I can do better.
Anything you can do. Okay. We have the questions. 6.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still at the I can take it place.
Mm-hmm.
And you're gonna have burgeoning coming in for 7 at 2. That is not terrible. I wish I had an ice card in hand. I would definitely put that on the top of your deck.
Yeah, I think
I would not even think twice about it.
I assumed you would.
I wouldn't even think twice about it. All right, so we're gonna play it cool. I'm gonna play it a little weird here. I'm gonna block 6. Isn't that weird?
That's not that weird.
Just kidding.
Arsenal pass.
All right, pitch, swing for 3 on the old hammy.
Gross. It's just a disgusting turn. Block 4.
Okay. I'll arsenal this baby. We love to see that, I'll tell you.
I'm telling you, this is a potatoes deck. We're gonna just play burgeoning for 7. It's just constant potatoes.
For 7?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, I've got an insane situation over here.
In a good way?
Yeah.
Don't like that. Don't like that one bit.
Okay, for 7. All right. Think about this for a second. We're gonna keep this around. We're gonna throw these guys into the pile, and then we're gonna hit that. Okay. This is a really good question for me. You're going to, you're at 7. I'm at 7. You're Lebowski. I'm Lebowski. That goes in. Okay. We're fine with it. Let's block 2.
Taking 5.
Yeah.
Arsenal pass.
Okay. All right, let's use deep blue here. This guy goes on the bottom. Gain my 3 money. Let's pitch a blue. We're playing glacial. We're fusing ice. 10 dominate coming at you.
Oh yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Bear back. Game. I had nothing to do about that. I need a new pool.
I need a new pool. The stench of this pool cannot be washed off of me.
I really would not prefer that to happen in Dallas or Saturday. That was uncomfortable. Maybe I have to go Lexi. I don't know.
What was crazy with that one, let me tell you more about how I could have beat you differently.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. You can actually... you could actually pitch and play the Earthlore Surge and turn this in with Deep Blue. So you lose Dominate, but you come in for 15. It's like, whoa, okay. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, well, they might be able to, especially with this, I'd probably be able to block for 12.
Yeah.
So, like, yeah, that's still a great play.
Yeah. In a different world, it's worthwhile.
All right, I'm shipping this one.
Yeah, just ship it.
Shipping.
Let's open another. Let's keep opening packs.
That's really why we're here, aren't we, isn't it?
We make a game from opening packs. A lot of good potato commentary going on in the chat there. I appreciate that, everybody.
Irish folk out there, I guess.
I'm definitely not talking about canned baby potatoes, Nathan.
That sounds like something devastating.
Given our discussion of hot dogs yesterday, I'm not afraid of strange food. I'm talking Yukon Gold. I mean, I think Yukon Gold is going to get you the most mileage if you're looking for something creamy. I'll do a mix of yellow and red sometimes.
Potatoes.
Yeah, russets, I suppose, are really just for frying, right? Isn't that really the whole point?
All right, box.
Dry potato.
Give me something good.
I think you should try that pool as Lexi.
I don't know.
I'm willing to do that.
I'm going to open these packs first.
Okay.
And then I might...
Wait, why don't I open some packs too while we're here?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Oh, that's why you're unsleeving.
I'm always unsleeving, yeah, just a new deck. Do they, Carl? I really need to check into those canned potatoes. It just seems weird to put a potato in a can. It's like a food that lasts so long not canned. I wouldn't think to put it in a can. Oh, Deep Blue, yeah. That's what you want to see.
Off to a really good start here.
Uh-oh.
We like the stock.
Give me something new that I haven't heard before. Message from your door. Please talk slowly.
Oh my goodness.
Woo! He's got the Terrace under.
Let's go.
It only comes in blue, right?
Yeah.
What a card.
The only flavor of ice cream we like. Blue.
Terrace under. Dominate ice cream.
Although all my lightning cards are just on fire.
That's pretty much how you win, as far as I can tell.
This will be much more interesting.
Did you get interested in Summerwood Shelter ever?
Not necessarily. It's on my I'm not sure if this is good or not list.
Yeah.
Look at this is a hilarious thing for me to pull as a second cold foil. But it's a Ragamuffins hat. Just
getting trolled a little bit, aren't you?
Bottom of the barrel, man. Let's go. The only thing I wanted last would be another cold foil, a little buckler.
Yeah, that's right. You get that. What is that? Rotten old buckler foil?
Yeah, cold foil. Let's go. That's what I'm saying. There's two cold foils in here. Could have been anything.
It could have been good cards.
I can't complain about my equipment here, though. Let's be real.
So far, I'm not excited about anything.
This pool is good. Like, super good.
Okay, Ikertag got some good canned sliced potatoes. Are good for quick breakfast hash. Usually dab them with paper. That's why I was thinking they'd be too wet to really fry up well. Use them for soups when I meal prep for caregiving. Very nice. Stock up your pantry with potatoes that won't rot onto your shelves. It's true. I do cook potatoes quite often. Do you put the Entwine Earth and Twilight Lightning, do you put those in your lightning stacks or your elemental stacks?
I I grab the Entwined Lightnings.
And then the rest go away.
Look at this, 3 Entwined Lightnings. We like the stock a whole lot.
I got a foil Electrify and a normal Electrify in the same pack. I love to see that.
Seems good. Look at my equipment spread. I got the highlights.
Yeah, those are the highlights. Wow, that Mark of Lightning is really just what you're there for, though. Deep blue, man. Think that'll see me playing Constructed?
Maybe. I think there are decks that definitely might play that. Definitely, maybe.
Convincing, yeah, convincing.
Look at this, though. I got 2 Yellow Ball Lightnings, 2 Weave Lightnings, 2 Flash, and an Electrify, and 2 Lightning Surges, and 3 Entwined Lightnings. So, like, that's already better.
It's definitely a better spot than you were in last time.
Red Ball Lightnings are good and all.
Felt a little guilty.
Look at this, though. I got 2 red Weave Ice and a yellow.
Weave Ice is the best. Man, you're crushing on that ice right there.
I also got 2 red Chill to the Bone, doesn't really matter, and a yellow, that's fine. 1 red.
You might be on Lexi over there.
That's what I'm saying.
You might absolutely be on Lexi over there, actually. Weave Ice is phenomenal.
Only 1 Heaven's Claws, though, you know?
You want 1 or 2 more of it, you can't get it all, right? I am just bringing home these defense reactions. They're so close, that's worth something.
Alright, let's do the real check. How many Dominates we got in Guardian?
I don't like any of those. I just wonder if you'd run, I mean, I guess it depends on what your curve's at, but Cross Strap is usually 2 resources with no cards spent, so that's worth looking at, you know?
I do. Rights of Lightning, you love to see it. How many Brambles did we get here? Holy smokes. Oh my goodness, dude. This is insane. Look at that. 4 Brambles? Come on.
Yeah, it had that 4 Bramble the other day, and
look
it's
at this.
just amazing.
Look at this. I have 2 red Stir the Wildwood. It is amazing. I also got Explosive Growth.
I'm losing this game.
And a Rights of Lightning. And 3 Vela Flashes. Like, oh my god.
Yeah,
now,
so
that said,
look
how wild this is, though, really. 4 yellow Rights of Replenishment.
My gosh. How are you making this?
I don't like that card that much.
You don't like it? But it's a 2 for 5.
It's fine.
It's fine.
It's notably fine. You see. But 4 of them in the same pool is very funny.
And 2 red Inspires, that's not what you want to see either.
No.
Okay, we got the Honing Hood, so that's interesting. Ranger situation.
Yeah, agreed.
2 Rotten Old Bucklers, come on, that's being trolled right there. Suede Hide's worth it. Evergrowth if you're going. So we've got decent Oldham equipment. We've got the Hides, which is worthwhile. And you've got the Hood, which is Rangery.
Ranger-y.
Ugh. I just don't like any of those. We've got what we want, but in the wrong colors.
But not what we need.
2 Claws, 2 Shock Strikers, Red Ball Lightning, and 3 Electrifies.
I mean, that's playable.
You're loving that. Yeah, and a Lightning Surge, which is a fine card. I think you have to go Lightning with that kind of a setup. I just wish those Claws and Strikers were a little bit different on the color.
I can't even begin to tell you how much this is a Briar Pool.
Yeah. Let's look at the Earth Pool, actually. We'll see if we can rule out anything.
Ragamuffin's Hat.
A lot of blues in Earth here.
I actually think I can play all 3 heroes.
Yeah, isn't it fun when you... Actually, it kind of sucks when you have that. It's like, I don't know. Now it's hard. Mm-hmm. Earth.
Yeah, I think I can play all 3.
Yeah. Yep. 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 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 non-attacks in Earth. 6, 7, 8 non-attacks total. I don't really count the Inspire Lightning. Have you just tried to play that yet?
Inspire Lightning?
Yeah.
Yeah, I played it. Literally, my first, the pre-releases I went to, it was like anything that says arcane damage was in. And it was fine. That's when I started getting colder on it, though. Because there are some turns where it's like, I mean, I'll do 3. That's fine. But
Yeah.
there are way better turns for Briar. Like, way better.
Way better.
Way better.
How many non-attacks is not enough non-attacks for Briar?
I think you probably need at least 10.
I'm right at 10 if I put the
potatoes in.
the garbage in.
I had 11 that last time, and it hurt.
Okay, so maybe that's not enough.
A lot of my turns were just like all attacks.
Yeah.
And you want to be able to block with them with the embodiment tokens?
You like playing Ranger, man. It's like Ranger problems.
Inverse
I like
Ranger.
to hear it, yeah.
I mean, that's the classic Runeblade situation, because they want to be on half attacks, half non-attacks. So then...
But we know that's not how odds work. Unless you get that Matt Phillips consistent random. Then it works out just fine.
Well, if you're half and half, then your odds are, a certain level. But to get 4 of only one thing, it happens, though.
It does happen.
Like once or twice a game.
Oh, believe me.
But in Constructed, you can get around that, because a lot of your non-attacks are fine on that turn. Like, Sonata. It's like you get a chance to get an attack, Sonata. Or Become the Arknight, another good example.
Or like, sometimes I'll go with Zelia, you'll be able to opt with Cross Wrap and see it's another arrow and throw it down and then randomly draw one with Death Deal. And it happens to be another, like 6 arrows in a row? What is that?
Just hoping.
Wow.
Yeah. But, so my first stop genuinely in Sealed is, can I play Briar? And like, is it like a strong, do I want to play Briar? And the answer is yes.
Yes.
Stop asking questions.
Okay. Yeah.
So what I'm looking at here is I have my Lightning Pool, which I think is very good for Briar, because I have 4 attacks that possibly have Go Again. As importantly, I have 2 copies of Flash, so that's going to give my big attacks Go Again as well. Of course, 2-Weave Lightning and Electrify.
Oh, come on.
Then when I look at my Earth...
Yeah, your Earth is bringing the non-attacks. That's really what is lighting you up right over there.
So I've got 3 So Tomorrows, an Earthlore Surge, an Amulet, and a Weave Earth. So I've literally got 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 before I even look at
that's
my
crazy.
class cards.
I think that's where you're at.
And
that's
look,
where you want to be, right?
4 Bramble Sparks.
Come on, this game is just going to be disgusting.
Yeah.
Why even bother?
And then look, I got 2 yellows and a red and Twine Lightning.
You hope you get this in Dallas.
I seriously, this is...
You want to take it with you?
This is cruising and breezing. The only thing I didn't get is the boots. That's the only thing that would take this to like 1 million.
Yeah.
But look at this too. I also got 3 Vela Flashes and a Rites of Lightning. So like, this is what I'm talking about. You'll see it hopefully play out in the game. The amount of Go Again I have on attacks is going to mean I swing the sword a lot.
Yeah.
And that's the value.
You're looking at incredible turns. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. I'm so happy for you. Can't wait to just get punted here. Well, I'll give old him a look here. Just, I'm not terrified of turn timber in this, depending on who we're playing against.
I have far too many playable cards.
Decent amount of hammer blues there.
Huh.
Get that red thumb. Still haven't seen a Cracker Jacks though. Yellow Glacials. That red Snow Under though. 2 red Snow Unders is just... I love that card. Embolden, just throw it away. Red Strength. It's fine. It's fine. This is not a terrible Guardian pool if the Earth side was a lot better. But my best Earth cards are really Burgeoning and this yellow Earthlore Surge. It's not really enough, is it?
I do like Burgeoning.
You don't want it to be your best card, though. Let's see what Lexi's bringing. Maybe that'll give us some hope here. Blizzard, Dazzling. Oh, we got these Flake Outs, my least favorite arrow. That's exciting. In red, no less.
You can't wait to see it.
Don't love to see it. Ice Vein, some Crescendos, Blizzard, Frazzle Yellow is acceptable. A couple of Overflexes and the Buzzbolts. This is worth taking a crack with Lexi on, I think.
I'd like to see it.
It's going to be bad.
You don't know that.
Yeah. I mean, in Sealed, you really do, though, don't you? You really do. I mean, that's the crazy thing. You do. You absolutely do.
So
Okay.
what are your main lanes at this point?
Let's
you
play
thinking?
it. So Briar, I was all in on 10 non-attack actions, and aside from that, nothing was like, oh my gosh, you know. So all these electrifies, they put me on Lexi for a second.
Okay.
These Shock Strikers and Claws, if they were in yellow and red, would be like,
So good.
oh my gosh, I'm here.
But
I've got about 5 non-attacks that I can fuse and throw out, and that's great. I'm happy to see that. I would love a little bit more Winter's Grasp, doing some actual damage, but we're here. The arrow spread is fine. A couple of Overflexes is fine. These Flake Outs on Chilling Ice Vein would be way preferable, or Frazzles would be way preferable. This is a pretty good little Frazzle pool here.
Frazzle Dazzle.
You're looking at Electrify, Ball Lightning, doing extra damage. But then aside from that, the Guardian side just wasn't terribly compelling. It had a lot of defense at 2 of the turn timbers. The double Snow Under is actually the most compelling thing. You got that Endless Winter, which is not terrible. But
No,
four cost attacks, man.
Hey, I need that card.
You got
I
one.
was putting my classic constructor decks together. So I was having to dig through sealed pools to find the Majestics that I need. Because I have all the rares and commons and stuff. And I literally went through all of them. I only have 2 of that open so far.
All right. Well, take one for the team there.
Yeah, I was considering buying a single when we launched. But here we are. Got it.
All right, we nailed it.
What up, Chonky?
Got a lot of blues, so you could play Oldhim into this, and in fact, you've kind of, I feel like you do kind of have an interesting situation. You've got Summerwood Shelter. You're also bringing in 2 defense reacts and a lot of blues. This is I mean, if you were wanting to try to, you cannot fatigue that deck. I wouldn't know that going in, but that's too hot. You're not gonna be able to fatigue that. So if I see this pool, I maybe would take it in Oldhim Fatigue Land. If I had that hammer, that would be something.
The Frost Hammer.
Yeah.
That's also what you hope to get in Dallas.
Yeah, just pull that and just make it a
Ice
little
Blues
easier. Yeah.
and the Frost Hammer.
Sequoia.
David asking if there are any ice cards we think are busted. Winter's Whale with a lot of blues.
In Sealed? That's good.
Look at that thing. Woo!
That's
4 and a...
Woo!
Get out of town.
2, 3, 4,
Yeah.
5, 6, 7, 8.
It's a bonus. The old Ric Flair.
I may flex this into Oldhim after this.
Okay.
If we want to look at it, but as we're standing now, I'm going to put these cards together and see where we are in Lexi.
I like see you dunk on me. That'd be great.
This is not the dunk pool, I don't think, but hey, man, I'm up for anything.
I'll allow it.
I mean, you're looking to get dunked on, I'll let it happen. The problem is going to be those non-attacks with Embodiment of Earth.
I do have a lot of them. Even got the deep blue. Now, to be fair, I didn't get the boots, so
33. Okay, 33.
it's one less busted turn.
33. Invigorate's worth looking at here. 34. So let's start making some cuts. Really just seeing where we are on the curve. I actually want a decent amount of blues. The Polar Blast and Ice Quake, Electrify. So like those are nice. And then load, shoot, arrow situations.
They're also nice. On the Honing Hood turn, flip the ice card, bounce it, have a blue in hand.
Yeah. How many need to count? Like 4?
Yep. That was the exact number.
Great. This is too many blues and also too many yellows. The red cards is the problem. I don't have enough of those red cards.
We need more of this.
So all of this is playable. Lightning Surge is going to just get a light touch here.
Maybe on death row.
This is all, you play all of that. Invigorate's going to get the light touch as well. Maybe don't get that one. And then here's really where you're doing the work. So I'm going to first grab any of my Go Again from Arsenal style cards. So those are in. We're getting our 3 blocks in next. This is just some easy math here. You can always block 3, you know, cards can always do that. These blue Shock Strikers, this blue Overflex is going for sure. And I think the blue Shock Striker is going. I think my only chance of this pool is probably a big old Dominate, Get Lucky moment.
Yeah, Invigorate, Electrify, Dominate, Arrow.
Yeah, so I think I'm gonna hold on to Invigorate and cut this final Shock
I think
Striker.
the 4 pump out of Lexi is notable.
Yeah, it's not bad, is it?
Yeah.
And that's gonna be that.
We did it.
We did it. So, not terribly.
2 old bucklers, eh?
Yeah.
You could not run a weapon. Just kidding.
Yeah, you technically can't, right? Isn't that true?
Only have 1 offhand. Apparently.
Really?
Yeah. I've known people that felt like they had 2.
Yeah, had 2 off feet.
That's right. Evens or odds?
Evens.
Odds.
Don't let me go first. Or do.
I agree. I'll go first.
Since you were considering it. I feel like especially with Briar, like you don't have the Earth tokens yet. You're just asking to lose a game that you should win every time. I'm gonna play Fatigue Lexi. Little heavy block. I'm gonna have to play this thing like a bolt, and I'm gonna have to set up, hit a big arrow on a turn where you're not doing 15 damage. Try to find one of those. But your first hand is bad.
This hand's crazy.
If you get that in Dallas, man, you better tell me.
I will.
We're gonna say, start celebrating, boy.
Get the champagne chilled.
Yeah, that's right.
We're going to Party Town.
Chill it.
Man, I'll tell you what, it would be such a relief to get to Dallas and open the pool and it just be like, this is obviously what I should do.
Yeah.
And it's so good.
That's why if you do just hit that winner's value, you're like, okay, thank you. Just let me do this.
Pour one out.
Give me 15 blue ice cards and Winner's Whale, and just let me go win. Just start swinging.
Like the hammer in Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
Do, 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 do.
Okay, so let's see. What do we think about going into this matchup? We see you got D blue, Mark of Lightning. We're upset about that. We know nothing else about you except you're a standard Briar deck. You hit some good equipment, but we don't know anything past that. So the other thing to remember is that Briar can have the cement block of a turn.
Absolutely.
You can draw to all 4 attacks, or even all 4 non-attacks can be pretty devastating. So we got to be patient. We've got a pretty decent amount of 3 blocks. We've got some good Frostbite tokens. Want to set up our Electrifies in Arsenal, in case you didn't know.
Really?
And then ideally we want to, like flip Electrify, play like a Icy Encounter with Go Again, play the Electrify out, pitch another, shoot the arrow, do the whole show.
Yeah. And thing I'm looking at, you're not old him, so that's good. For a second I thought you were old him.
Yeah.
And I was like, I better not. If you go with the A turn, then they can sometimes nuke your last card.
Yeah.
And that's bad.
You got to watch that. You got to play around that. And in a lot of ways, one of his greatest strengths is just the threat of that on the table. You don't care about that at all. I know. I just want to show it to you. All right, so here's a Frostbite token that we will need Here's Lexi, and there's Shiver.
Shiver me timbers.
Okay.
Looking good over there.
Nail it.
It's clear.
All right, everybody, let's get over under. Money on Zach, money on Steven. Percentage chance of each person winning.
I'm just waiting for the chats to show up.
Watch you just get dunked.
Before I play my first hand, I need to know the odds before
I'm just gonna slam it.
they see what's happening here. This could be horrible.
At this point, we have played enough sealed. It is not horrible.
Brent saying he's betting $100 on me. Meanwhile,
Yeah, but the odds meter on Zach is already very high.
Ian says I always bet on Steven. Ian Schaefer. Well, on Ranger.
Oh, yeah? Well, history is not kind to that bet.
In Vegas, it was a 50-50 bet, and that's good odds.
That's pretty good.
If I had a 50-50 chance at hitting the jackpot. You had the boots over there, and you didn't use them?
No, I didn't. Like, I had the 10 on attacks, right? So it's like, it's just compounding my problem.
I'm with you.
All right, go for it. Hit me.
All right. Let's go red Weave Earth.
Yep.
Ready for this party?
Are you fusing it?
Let's go red Entwine Lightning. I'm going to fuse it. So it's got +4 and go again. 8 damage coming at you. And you're seeing a yellow flash.
Yep. You're going to go again in the next thing in your hand. But then you can't swing the sword, so come on. You're going to swing the sword for one. You're going to pitch. You're going to put that in the arsenal. So I've got a 2/2 coming in. Easy. Easy. So the thing that I really want is this. All right, we're blocking 8.
Cards in.
1.
We're going to go red Arcanic Shockwave, showing you that flash again. So 1 Arcane and a 4 damage attack coming at you.
Taking the 1 Arcane. No hit effect on either of these, right?
Just embodiments.
Yeah. So block 3, take 1 there.
Yeah. Arsenal pass.
You didn't want to push the sword?
So
Did not have go again there? Arcane, or the thing didn't?
the Arcanic didn't.
Yeah.
The thing I liked about it with you on 1 card is I'm pretty sure I'm going to get 2 embodiments.
Yeah.
So now I have a lot of 4 blocks coming down the pipe.
Yeah, but if you use them, then you know you can't. Whatever it is. Okay. I get it. Oh, you were close. You were close, hand. You were close there. That was a good one. That was a good idea. I'm not using the hood yet, okay? You can't make me do it. Don't make me do it. Okay? Now, what happens if I just attack in small amounts?
Little ankle biter. I see you.
Okay, wait a minute. Now, this is an interesting little hand here. So, if we do this and then that, we could, Zach, we could do that. No, we couldn't. We don't like it at all. So how about we're gonna throw this tasty number at you. Let's pitch for an icy encounter for 5.
Frostbite of a hits? 5's a good number.
Yep. You can take it though. Sometimes you're going to ask, can you use your equipment to make a bad turn mediocre or a good turn great? Not really the question we have to ask all the time.
Always.
Got that flash in arsenal, huh? You're a tough guy. Think you're cool down there with your 5-card hand?
Block for 4.
You got it. Take 1. Here's your frostbite.
Thank you. It's a gift that keeps on giving.
And I'll pass down here, and then there we go.
All right. Let's pay 1 for a flash.
Sean Zach is going to Cincinnati. I'm going to Dallas. We're both going to Dallas, I should say.
Paid 1 for the flash. Let's pay 1 for yellow singeing steel blade. 1 arcane damage coming at you.
Yellow singeing steel blade.
And it has go again.
1 arcane coming at me. You're gonna. That's the thing there.
Boom, boom.
You're gonna get that one. Then we're gonna go there. And
Make Sean.
And there. Why do you make this so difficult? Okay.
Thanks, Evan.
3 coming at me.
We
got 1, and we got a sword for a 2/2.
Yep, and an arsenal card.
Fair to say.
Odds are high.
So then we have to look at how good this truly would be. I'm going to tell you, is it worth taking 7? I go to 10, you go to 19. And then, but then, let me tell you, you got the earthy tokens too. That's the real problem here.
That's the problem, dude.
This is the issue.
Rise of Mages question: why do you guys think Flesh and Blood is being pushed hard? What do you mean by pushed hard?
Pushed hard. Pushing too hard. I wish it were easy. Let me tell you that. Okay. Oh, Zach. Why does this have to happen? Okay. Holy calamity, scream insanity. All you ever gonna be is another great fan of me. Break. Should I just take the 7 and try it? I think the answer we're looking for is yes.
Rise of Mages says, I see a lot of people on YouTube promoting it, but not seeing to much play. Well, I just went to an event with 1,500 people at it in Vegas a couple weeks ago. Tons of people playing. We have 150 roughly in our online league that happens every week via webcam. I play the heck out of this game. We've been streaming every week for over a year, so we just love the game.
Okay, no blocks. Oh my god, wait, you're gonna get how many embodiment tokens?
Just 2.
4 total by the end of this?
No, this doesn't count.
Okay. Ugh. Let's roll the dice. Let's find out. Sometimes you gotta know how to win, right?
You gotta explore.
You gotta explore.
This
you
is
gotta
practice.
Explore. You gotta explore.
This is the training ground.
Explore.
We'll swing this for 4. 2 and 2.
Yeah, you got me.
Or was that a thorn?
You got me.
Arsenal pass.
Yeah.
If you haven't tried it yet, Rise of Mages, I definitely recommend it. I've been playing card games for, I don't want to reveal that number, 25 plus years, and it's easily at the top couple of my list, maybe my favorite game.
Okay. We're going to use Lexi's ability, and we're going to flip up that yellow Heaven's Claws. So next attack's going to have a go again. Then we're going to Honing Hood. Pick this up and put something down. And it's going to be this, because it really won't matter too much at all. Yeah, let's do this. Boy, I could take a risk here. Put the polar blast down there, if desired. No, we'll just do this. Okay. We got the floating go again. So then, oh, let's do it there. Okay. Pitch.
Great username here. Your girlfriend's boyfriend. Saying I started playing this game after seeing proof in Vegas. That's cool.
That's good.
And says it's my number 1 now. So hard it hurts, and I love the feeling.
All right.
Nothing like falling for a game like that. It's really when you get in and it like gets in your brain.
It's very special.
Anthony's saying, having played through the set, what's your favorite element? Rise of Mage is asking, or saying, same, yeah, I've been playing card games for about 25 years myself. I think I would get into it if it wasn't collectible. It's definitely not for everyone. So if collectible is not for you, I totally understand.
I've got a big question for you in terms of how important Ball Lightning is. You've got 2 Embodiment of Earth tokens, so I think it's less important than I thought it was. And that bothers me. That bothers me to a significant degree. And this whole chain, you got to know the game these days, you know? You got to know how the chain works and how you're going to play the chain, and the chain's going to have this and that and the other thing. So I could just do claws, lightning, shoot, but then the shot wouldn't get the Ball Lightning benefit.
Can you play the lightning, flip the ice, or flip the card?
Claws, shiver, lightning, flake. That's probably best, and it doesn't waste the hood too. So that it's slightly worse, but it's a little bit better for me.
So you want to play Ball Lightning first?
No, I can't do that. It's like when I play Ball Lightning first, then the moment I use Lexi, the Ball Lightning effect is gone. And so I want to get this out, right? It's like you're in weird situations, but you do have Shiver as an instant. You're throwing things in, so that's actually maybe the most. Yeah, that's compelling. Let's do that. Heaven's Claws coming at you for 4 with Go Again.
4 Quattro. Okay, definitely want that, and that, and that. Oh no. Oh no.
Rise of Mages, we're in Tulsa, Oklahoma. I swear I'm going to have to get in my head that Shiver's an instant before I get to Dallas. Got those old ideas. I didn't know you could get so much depth in a 4-card hand, to be honest with you.
No block. Take 4.
Ooh, that's a good sign for me. Okay, let's go Ball Lightning for 3 with Go Again.
No block.
Okay, I'm gonna use an instant. Shiver, throw in a Flake out. I'm gonna give it +1. And then let's play Flake out for 6 with Dominate, because I'm gonna fuse an ice card. So it did 8 so far. We're gonna get 1 more. Can we do 7?
I'm gonna block for 4.
Okay.
Take how many?
3. So 6 +1 for the Ball Lightning effect.
Taking 3. Call me in the morning.
Now I think in retrospect, like probably the moment you don't block this Heaven's Claws, I probably should Code of Frost. Because I'm thinking in my head, you've got a Bugatti turn that you don't want to block. Like you're reluctant to block. Mm-hmm. So that's probably when I want to give you that Frostbite token. But I haven't really mastered, and maybe it never matters. Would Frostbite matter at all right now?
Frostbite would have meant I didn't block.
You did not block at all.
I take 4 more damage.
Okay. That's a pretty good use for Code of Frost.
But the outcome of that is I also push back harder here. If that makes sense?
Yeah. So we neither of us really knows which one is better there.
Yeah. I don't know how it would work out. It would just force me to go the totally aggressive route.
Yeah.
Not even a choice. So, you know, little this, little that. Yellow Bramble Spark showing you a red so tomorrow. So I'm fusing it.
It's so tomorrow.
So tomorrow. Oh my gosh.
What'd you show me? Sorry, I just blanked right out. So Earth?
Mhm.
Yeah, so tomorrow. Yeah.
Then let's Deep Blue. Greatest card in baseball.
It's the greatest card in baseball.
Bottom of my deck, we're going to float 3. Jiminy Christmas. I love it. Then we're going to do a yellow Weave Lightning. Creating this embodiment of Lightning token. +2 as well. My next thing. Then I'm going to pay 1 for a yellow Vela Flash. Coming in for 8. And an Arcane damage. And it has Go Again.
I'll take the Arcane. 8. And it has Go Again.
Staring down the barrel at 12.
Yeah, and then you got 2 coming in and then another 2.
Yeah.
Okay. I think this is the block it all, right? 8 coming there, right there for you.
Swing the sword for 2 and 2.
Yeah, I'm gonna block 2, take 2.
And now we get to find out.
Over to me.
Yeah.
So I'm actually gonna pop the Coat of Frost here, give you a frostbite, and then I'm gonna use Lexi to give you another frostbite.
Okay.
So we're gonna try to get back in the pocket here, and then pass it over. I think my best bet is to try to get another turn, come in with another turn here. But I'm gonna have to try to buy that breathing room off of that.
Okay. I'll pay 3 for a yellow ball lightning, or 2.
Technically 2, yeah. You got one floating.
I'm floating.
Yellow ball lightning. Okay. 2 cards left. You've done no damage currently. No embodiment of Earth. Okay.
Don't forget the marker lighting. Particularly good with the ball lighting.
Yeah, at a certain point, it's like, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Just reminder touch.
I just don't know. Probably just have to make you use it. Not make you, but just like accept that that's my fate. I'm using making anybody use anything. Yeah, because no matter what, I mean, I'm blocking this chain out a little bit, so I'll block for 3.
Little marker lightning.
Take 2.
Greatest deal in baseball. Let's play yellow and twine lightning, showing you a red lightning surge.
It's not played from Arsenal, but you can just get a cheeky 0-4, I suppose.
It's a good card.
And then I'm on 1. I'm on 1. Okay, so our plan is now changed. How are we going to get back in? Block for 3.
Cards in hand.
2.
Just put the pressure on.
Yeah.
Lightning surge for
That's
4.
right. I think that's right.
There's a small piece of me that wants to swing the sword for 2 and arsenal that card for next round. But you threaten lethal and you make a card come out of hand, especially against the old Ranger Danger.
So really I'm just deciding if I can't just block out again. This is a non-winning situation. But what I can do is potentially roll into a 1-cost attack off of that Polar Blast. You can dream, right?
Yeah. You also got the classic Honing Hood to bounce with Polar Blast, to block with Polar Blast, to put something you can play down, but
down next turn or this turn.
Like you had a 0 cost attack or something. I don't know.
0 cost attack. That's not how Ranger works.
That's not
Okay. Whew. Wee-hee. And then that rolls into that. And then you can block with 2 there.
Look at that chain.
It's worth a card, though. All right, let's just not lose to the sword. I think we have to just not lose to the sword. Take 2. Ugh. You're at 8. Ugh. We're just gonna lose to the sword. I'll block 2. Take 3. There's no winning there.
We'll just lose to the sword. Yeah.
There's no winning there.
Someone's saying feign death.
Was a frostbite enough? It was not that turn. All right, we're gonna use the hood.
They did slow me down.
Pop this in. Put this down. Lexi, give you a frostbite.
That's annoying.
Pitch. 1 floating. You pay 3, or my next attack is dominate. Draw a card.
Not paying 3.
Right. I'm gonna put that in yours.
Right. Unless you drew a 1
I don't have
cost
a weapon,
attack.
you know?
Yeah.
So you hear me? You feel me?
All right, let me think about this. That frostbite isn't relevant. Weirdly.
Good. Good. Huh. Whew. Eesh. Ah. Ugh. That's not it.
Okay. We're going to play a blue Rites of Lightning
Fair enough.
for 2. Showing you a yellow ball lightning. So it's dealing an arcane damage, and if I dealt an arcane damage, it's got to go again.
Right. Block for 2.
Then I'll Earthor Surge for 2. Red.
Uh-oh.
No,
7.
Swing the sword for 2 and 2.
Yeah, you got it.
It's just a non-attack.
It's just how that's going to go every time.
Crazy deck.
That's a good Briar.
This is a crazy deck.
That is a good Briar.
We like that stock a lot.
Get me away from it.
Give me this in Dallas.
Get me away.
All right, what's your
I'll do
flavor
one more,
here?
yeah. One more open?
Yeah, let me grab one.
Or I could, hold on, sit on that Briar deck. I want to see if we can fatigue it out.
All right, come back to your. Are you switching to that same pool, or are you
Same
going to
pool, I'm going to switch to Oldham, yeah.
Anthony's saying I'm really enjoying this game right now, especially being the first TCG I've played. That's awesome. This is a great first one.
Yeah, that's cool. You chose a good one.
Crest. Oof. Ow. My bones.
Yeah, that's tough. Isn't the speculation that Briar's supposed to be good against Lexi, like supposed to be good against Oldham, and Oldham's supposed to be good against Briar? They're trying to do like the triangle of power. Because theoretically, based on their abilities, that's kind of true.
I think the most annoying thing for Briar is Oldham.
But the most annoying thing for Oldham and Lexi is Briar. We have a miscalculation.
I mean, it just comes down to ranger problems out of Lexi, right? So, like, you don't have a weapon, which means that Oldham can fatigue you. Legitimately.
Presumably, yeah. You get dominate to get around that in a much more effective way than Azalea.
Fatigue is a lot more reasonable when you don't have a weapon.
Yeah. I mean, if you can last that long, then you will win.
Yeah. But the on tap, they'll have it, right? But Lexi is on tap, dominate. Briar is on tap, arcane, and then Oldham doesn't. He's just got dominate, but he's got that permanent defense reaction, right?
He does.
So he can really, if you could play fatigue more, he can do it twofold because he's got a weapon. He's got the best generic weapon, like just by itself when it's just swinging at the end of the game. And then he also has the defense reaction. So if you have like a blue earth card in the bottom 4, you can block 2 every round permanently.
Yep.
So if you end up in a situation where Briar's just swinging the sword for 2, he can just permanently cover that up.
Yeah, that's true.
All he needs is a blue-green card and then a blue 3 cost. He swings the hammer for 4 and blocks the 2. Swings the hammer for 4 and blocks for 2.
Maybe we can set it up. Might be something.
That's a challenge.
It's a dream. It's a dream and a dream. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me just actually lay this out real quick. Build this up. And I think you have a real question in Oldhim of whether or not to run these Summerwood Shelters. Against Briar, probably not. But
has some.
Everybody goes big in this format sometimes too. So it's worth knowing.
I think the red one is sometimes value. And like the fact that you can put it in Arsenal, as long as you block with anything, you can get it out of Arsenal.
Yep.
Not bad.
Not bad at all.
Jason asking, do you think lightning is for Briar more than Lexi? I'm running into the issue of running backwards when I try more lightning than ice.
I don't know. The lightning attacks are way better in Lexi. The lightning or the ice cards feel more natural in Lexi, but
I mean, I feel like
do enough also sometimes.
It's certain lightning and ice cards, right? So like the lightning attacks, especially the 1 for 5 reds that go again when you flip them, and then the like that weave ice, the dominate boost, the dominate pump, particularly feels so good in Lexi to me.
It's like, so good.
You get the ice token,
yeah.
You get the pump, you put the arrow down. If you have fuse, you get the dominate off of the weave ice instead, so you get the +1. All of a sudden, it's like +3 or 4, 8 or 9, and if you have like an ice arrow that if it hits, it's gonna give them another token. Like that's impressive. But I think there's specific cards in every element that are really good with the other character, right? So like something like Earthlore Surge is generically good because it's just a pump. And even just like Oldhim versus Briar, Oldhim prefers the blues and yellows to me out of Earth, whereas Briar would way rather have like the red Earth or Surge. Like she never needs that to be a blue. Really. I also think there's a balance here, and I think the set does a pretty good job of it. But ice to me feels better in constructed.
Yeah. It's a compounding kind of situation. There's nothing like go again from lightning and damage is always good, right?
Yeah.
But ice, you kind of have to set up a certain kind of conditional lock.
Yeah, because like
for it to work.
Sometimes one frostbite token is backbreaking, and sometimes it doesn't matter at all.
Just worthless, yeah.
And in constructed, you can actually play in a way that makes it backbreaking every time. Whereas in lightning, go again on attacks, it's like playing 3 attacks in a turn is always good.
You're right. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So we're at 22 there. 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. So we're at 36.
That's a quality problem.
Yeah. So places I start to look, I'm going to take any blue that gets a hammer for 4.
Yeah. Agreed.
And I'm going to leave that in.
Wow. You have almost as many hammer for 4 blues as I did all blues in my first pool.
Yep. Yep. Then next step here, I'm gonna go ahead and leave in any blue 3 blocks, of which there are not many. And then how many blues are we thinking for Oldhim? I think we're gonna probably take any earth and ice cards and start to.
I like that.
I mean, that's all of them.
Yeah, there they are. So to me,
I might just go all in on this.
10 is like a nice number. It's 1 in 3 cards. So like, if you see a 4-card hand, you probably have an 80-some% chance you're gonna have at least 1 per hand.
Yeah. Okay, then we're gonna do similar to this stack, honestly. Yellow Mulch is the kind of card that I just don't like. Yellow Turn Timber, 2 for 7 if you fuse it. I don't know.
Sideboard.
Yeah, maybe, right?
Put that in arsenal against a dominate player.
Yellow,
Briar ain't it.
Yellow Entangle's fine. These
3 for
yellows
6?
are also good if you want to see your earths. If they got 3 black, I'm just gonna go.
Yeah,
here.
the 3 cost attacks to me that block for 3 and like are at least 6 in value. That's a good series of numbers. Like a 2-card hand that does 6 and sealed is pretty good.
I've got a lot of good yellow ice and earth as well. And then we've got our pretty standard. We've got some red ice here. How are we on red turn timber? What do you think about that? 2 for 8. If you fuse it.
I don't know that I run the defense reactions here.
Yeah, especially in a bright. Maybe Lexi. Probably Lexi.
And the mirror.
You got a little defense.
Like if Old Him's coming at you with a 10 strength glacial, being able to block for 8 is pretty sweet.
Yeah, that's a good situation to find yourself in. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Let's just pop. I think Summerwood Shelter's coming out here. Embolden, I hate this card.
I'm okay with it in blue simply because it blocks for 3 unless we swing the hammer.
Yeah. That gets you there. Okay, so now we've got, let's make some cuts there. We made a good pass. Now I'm looking at weird cards that maybe are less relevant. Like Yellow Burgeoning, I don't know. I'm not convinced. Yellow Icy Encounter, these are just, it's your earth and ice cards. So you also have to say, if I am actually going fatigue, do I just want to include all of these that's possible? Like the earth and the ice. I'm probably just going to drop the amulets right out of town. Doesn't block. Can put me on some really weird hands.
I mean, if you're going fatigue, you should think about the defense reactions. Put one in arsenal, and when I play a big attack, you use it. Otherwise, it just sits. Because if you're going fatigue, you really are just going to try to block as much as you can, swing the hammer.
Yeah.
And the way you get unfatigued is big attacks you can't stop.
Just can't stop. So that brings Summerwood Shelter. And as a blue earth card, that's really good. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 16, 18, 21. There's 30 there. We're at 30 minus the defense reactions. So then do you make cuts? What do you cut for the D reactions?
I mean, it's tough.
Yeah. Like things I would happily cut are like Strength of Sequoia.
If you're going fatigue, it's really irrelevant, right?
Emerging Avalanche. Endless Winter's fine.
That's
Thumb's
great
fine.
for
Snow
fatigue.
Winter's fine. Burgeoning's fine. Some hits. Let's do that. Let's play the reactions and see what happens.
Now you can form your own opinion.
You too.
Got that ice hammer?
I don't, man. But I would love to. I'd love to at least play with it. See what it's like.
It's good. I opened the ice chest in a sealed pool against Tim. And it was as crazy as you would expect it to be. Arcane Barrier 1, that's all that you need to know.
This is all you need to know.
Man, that's probably the card that would give me the most relief in Dallas.
Yeah, Heart of
Singular
Ice.
card.
Oh my gosh.
Crown of Seeds is close.
Pull that in draft. That Heart of Ice.
Yeah. Every
it.
time. Beyond it being a legendary and beautiful. Evens or odds?
4.
Even. Your choice.
I'm always even. J Hemp saying I think like Lightning Lexi doesn't want to block a lot. The funny thing is like
I don't think Lexi wants to block a lot.
yeah, but Lightning Lexi gets rolled over by Briar in the race. It's not even close. If you're not blocking ever when those ball lightnings are hitting and when those electrifies are hitting, you're losing. So your output is just lower than Briar, unfortunately.
Yeah, because you have control effects.
Yeah.
So they're accounting for that.
That's the idea. It's the Ranger shenanigans, right?
The
there.
Ranger,
Math.
not promise. It's the Ranger, I don't even know the word. Hoodwink?
Yeah, it's fair. Probably very appropriate. Appropriate term, really. It's like, yeah, you get bamboozled.
Yeah.
Okay, and then we do have 2 shields, so that's worth something. And we've got a coat of frost and a plume, so
All right.
we don't hate it.
Not the best, not the worst. Cracker Jacks is what you need. That would have made that
It's
slightly
what
better.
we wanted. We certainly would take deep blue also if it were in the, just in the pool.
Always.
Here.
Always deep
We'd
blue.
take it. We'd take it if it were there. All right, and then we need an Oldhim. Oldhim. There's an Oldhim. There's a Titan's Fist. Let's put these boys in, and then copper and gold. Look at us. We're an old dwarf.
Eternal.
Okay, so my goal here is to take none damage,
Yep.
if possible.
You like those exchanges.
Yeah. And it's going to be some weird maneuvering, like trying to guess if you're going to play a second attack that I can use the earth reaction on the sword so that I, don't take that 2 arcane. Or if I don't use the defense reaction and then you just go ahead and swing the sword, I take that 2 arcane. We're going to have to do a little dance.
Do a little dance.
Now, if I was really going fatigue, I'd run all my rejuvenates.
Ooh. Now rejuvenate with the defense reactions
Yep.
can be played as an instant.
Fuse
it.
Fuse that turn timber.
So that is where you get into serious fatigue.
Yeah.
Cover it up, gain life. Oh my goodness.
It's the only way to, block arcane damage in the sun.
Yeah.
So
Well, besides that ice chest.
it's worth something. Yeah, that's right.
Get the ice chest. Just do that and you'll win Dallas. Maybe. Likely.
Okay. All right. Here we go. 5, 20 health. All right, folks. Let's have a good time. Let's see how old this Iceman can be.
You want first or second?
Did I decide that? Have I figured that out yet?
I feel like you can hit big attack dominate turn 1. Arsenal.
I'm not even sure that I can in this pool. I think I've got a couple of glacials. I will definitely go first, though.
I was going to say, I would like you not to.
And I still don't know exactly. I'll just put the buckler here. Okay, going first. Arsenal card and pass is a fine exchange. Got the Rotten Old Buckler for breakpoint. Keep an eye on that for ball lightning. Okay. Okay. So what I'm going to do, this is a really good question. I wonder if it's right to swing the hammer here or not. Or even swing an attack at all,
I think if you can't dominate, it's probably a greater risk.
Probably, yeah, just giving them all again. Like the chance of them drawing into a Bugatti hand is low. Possible.
Yeah, I mean, the reality, though, is if I need to shape it at all, you swinging just lets me shape it.
Yeah.
And, like...
That's not it. You can always Code of Frost it,
that said, I have a really good opening hand.
Well, that's fine.
So, you know.
You got to take the risk.
It's medium.
Pass
Depends on what
over to
you're
you. Put that in the ice.
Let's go red and Twine Lightning and show you a yellow ball lightning. 4
Uh-oh.
damage to go again.
4 with go again. Okay. You got 2 cards in here?
3.
Really?
Oh, really? Sir. Ian Schaefer says he wouldn't swing here.
Yeah, that's all you need to know, right? All right, I'm going to leak a little bit.
Your don't take any damage
I
proposition.
mean, 4, what are you supposed to do? I don't have the break points for that.
Yeah.
Block 3, and then I'll pitch, put a card on top there. And take 1.
No.
You did it.
Just think about this.
I'm not supposed to be thinking.
Yeah, it's fine. here.
Let's see, if you didn't lead with a non-attack, we know you have Ball Lightning in hand. That's probably not a non-attack, right?
So that maybe, it depends. If I have a non-attack that I don't want to affect this, I would do this first.
Yeah, there's no way, but you would have done Ball Lightning. So the only way you could fuse Entwine was to hold the Ball Lightning, so you fuse it. But I still feel like if you had a non-attack, it would probably be more like non-attack, Ball Lightning, pitch Entwine, swing with Rosetta, or just play the Entwine. I don't think you have the non-attack, so let me not take damage like we planned. No, I'll do that. I'll stick with where we're at.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I'll pay 1 and swing the sword for 2.
Just 2.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Uh-huh. I'll block 3.
You got it. Arsenal pass.
Okay. Let's go ahead and pitch swing for 4.
You took 1.
Yeah.
Oh, no block.
Okay.
No particular reason.
Yikes.
All right. Let's start where all good things start. I'll pay 1. We're going to play a blue So Tomorrow. Doing nothing except for drawing me a card.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Let's play a yellow ball lightning.
YOLO Ball Lightning.
Yellow.
Oof. Okay, Mr. Fatigue Man. You've got 3 cards in hand.
Mm-hmm.
You're definitely swinging that sword. Let's block for 2.
We'll poppy for 2.
You got it.
Boop. Okay, and then let's pay 1 for a Vela Flash, showing you nothing. Hold on.
Oh, we got him. Ladies and gentlemen.
That's not the card I wanted.
Jason, it has use in Lexi for sure. In Sealed at least. I mean, the thing is, Lexi's, a lot of times it's normal attacks. It's not even arrows, right? But her bow is an instant, so she can absolutely play an arrow into Ball Lightning just fine. And Dominate makes it even better. So absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, what do you think? What do you think?
Cards name.
3?
I'm just gonna swing the sword for 2 and 2.
2 off the front, huh? See, that's what I was saying. That was the dance. I expected another attack to happen there. Well, you put me in an interesting situation here.
Did you respond to Jim about the lightning token? So it doesn't create a lightning token.
Yeah, I
you
think they got to it eventually, yeah. Yeah, I'll just block 2.
Okay. And then let's Arsenal over to you.
I'm going to do something I absolutely should not do.
Why not?
Just absolutely should not do. Let's give you a Frost token. And then I'm going to pitch for Burgeoning for 7. Oh, Dim Guy might be right. Is it a may put, or is it you have to? So
Well, it says put target Earth element card with cost 2 or from banish so tomorrow. It's banished. That's good to know.
yeah, I don't know. Yeah, you probably can't play it.
Really?
If you can't put, I mean, I don't know. Probably. Is it a cost? Is it an additional cost? I don't know.
I don't know how that works. Z-Master
Somebody knows
saying you
out
need
there.
a target?
Yeah,
How confident are we?
pretty confident. It doesn't matter, but
All right.
it's good to know. Don't want to do that in Dallas.
Yeah. I had other alternatives.
7 coming at you.
All right.
Yeah, Z says in the release notes, needs a valid target. Good to know.
No block.
All right. Arsenal, pass it over, yeah.
Yeah, we'll see if this matters. It's been a weird one. All right, let's go. Vela Flash cost me 2 because of that frost token. Coming in for 3, and I am going to show you this blue Electrify. So it's fused. I can play my next non-attack as an instant.
Coming in for 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's good to know. I would have maybe messed that up in Dallas, and that would be bad.
Yeah. 2 cards in handy. And you did fuse.
I did.
All right, we're in a. That's what I mean. This has gotten into a weird place now. Block 3.
Okay. As an instant, I'll play a Yellow Bramble Spark. Then I'll play Entwine Lightning, showing you Electrify.
Right on.
So it's got go again, and it's doing 1 arcane damage.
Yeah. So 4 and 4. Take an 8 here. So the 1 arcane is going to happen.
Badoop.
Did you honor that frostbite?
Yeah. Pay 2 for the old Vela.
Electrify's going in. Oh man, we're already deviating. Yeah, I'll take it. Here's your fatigue right here,
I'll
buddy.
swing for 4. LOL.
I can't do it. It's against it's every part of my bones. I cannot do it.
Can't do it. Then Arsenal pass over to you.
Okay, I got distracted by this shiny card under here.
So funny.
All right, well, how about this? Here's Endless Winter.
There it is.
I'll pitch 4 there, and I will fuse it with this ice card.
8.
It's a good card.
Activate an ability.
Like sword, deep blue, boom.
8.
8, that's right.
No
And
dominate.
No dominate. If it was fused, whenever you defend with a card this chain link, create a frostbite token under your control. And if it hits, whenever you activate an ability, we're going to create a frostbite token under you after this party.
That's weird. We'll block for 8.
2 frostbite. And this goes under. And I will pass it over to you.
All right. Let's pay 3 for this Electrify. Draw a card. And then
electrify me. You're my half paint.
I'll just play this Arcanic Shockwave for 4.
Playing Arcanic Shockwave for 4. Did you fuse it?
No.
Nope. It does not have go again. Okay, we can get there. Let's go here. This is a great question. If we block here, how effective is the hammer? Not very effective.
Medium effective.
I mean, 5 is better than 4. That's definitely true. But it's not that much better. Yep. Okay. So we're going to have to do that. That's going to happen. You don't have that thing. So we can roll in here. And then we can technically play this. We'll always give ourselves the options, right? Let's block. I may end up on a win condition here of damage, you know what I mean?
That is usually the case.
Oh my gosh. But I don't want to brick my arsenal right now. I really don't. And I'm refusing not to. Okay, I'm going to go with 4 here. And then go to reactions.
Pass.
And then I'll pitch to top your card there.
You got it. End of turn.
Yeah.
Your Endless Winter stuff are really Bugatti.
That's right. What's up?
But it's never too late for more Bugatti.
It's right. Put that on the side of the box, huh?
Right there.
Okay, so, I mean, that's an interesting decision, isn't it? Let's go winner's bite here. Discard a card or pay 2.
I see. I will discard a card.
Okay. Oh my gosh, he's on all reds?
Perhaps.
Or is yellow non-attack or blue non-attack that you like there, huh? Uh-huh.
Who's to say, really?
Well, I would love to go in with an arsenal, but it just doesn't matter. Because it's all blue and it's all crazy. So entangle for 5, no fusion.
No block. Take 5.
Okay. Glacial's looking interesting now.
Oakley dokley, smokily. Let's deep blue. That card is glorious. Jiminy Christmas is crazy how good that card is every time. Okay, rant over. Earthlore Surge red. Yellow Ball Lightning for 7.
No cards in here?
None. Tim, I pulled a cold foil Cracker Jacks and Ragamuffin's hat from the same box.
If you can believe it.
Mostly I got that 3rd copy of Endless Winter I was needing. It's about to get frigid up in here.
Okay. No blocks. Reactions.
Pass.
Let's turn Timber.
Come on now.
Fuse for +2.
Come on.
Block for 7.
Come on. Swing the sword for 2 and 2.
Hold on, I wasn't done yet.
Oh, you're not done?
Maybe not.
I'm definitely swinging the sword for 2
You're
and 2.
definitely swinging the sword, so I gotta decide if it's worth attacking or taking 4. I could take 2, and of course call you in the morning.
Of course.
As you do. What if I take 4? What can I? Basically, it's like what can I threaten there, right? So if I dump for the Earth reaction, and I throw this in the arsenal, you come back with a 4-card hand, and I'm down to 5 to 4.
But that's a chopsticks 4-card hand. You never know what you're gonna get.
Is that what chopsticks mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
Questionable is the point. Have you seen me use chopsticks?
Yes, I have. Yes, I have, Kent. So since you want a weird 4-card hand, or I could throw something that you probably have to. I mean, you have to cover up with 1 card.
Yeah.
Probably 2. But you'll also have the Rosetta Thorn hit. But that won't create the embodiment. So that gets pretty interesting. We've already got the 1 floating, but that won't matter. I'm taking her easy, man. Taking her easy. I'm gonna Earth react as well. Prevent the next 2.
Yep. Prevent the arcane.
Yeah, and then I'll take 2.
We're back to fatigue.
Block 2. Yeah. We said we were gonna do it, right? So now I'm just gonna dig for a dominate card and then like try to make it okay.
Wow.
Ian, we're not close, no. And in fact, the game is kind of gone where, like, I don't think that's it anymore. I think that's a mistake now that I've made to, like, split the goalposts.
Now that you've learned.
Well, it's just like, a fundamental fab doesn't like fatigue. You know, because it's...
You're not making the trades.
Well, the idea is that you're not supposed to block. Or you're supposed to block, and therefore your turn is less strong, and therefore the fatigue is easier to do, but you just kept not blocking.
Mm.
So now it's like, well, I may as well just do damage. Big questions.
Let's plume. Pay 3. Oh,
Yeah.
Doesn't go there.
Go get anything you want.
Just an Earth card. I think I'm gonna get this Weave Earth.
Yeah, and we do have a wingspan video there.
Yeah, I'm gonna get the red Weave Earth back in here. We're gonna play it. Then I'm gonna pitch. I'm gonna play a blue Rites of Lightning. I'm gonna show you a yellow Weave Lightning. So this is a 1 arcane damage, 6 damage attack. And it does have go again if that arcane damage hits.
I'm reckoning that's gonna hit.
Oh, yeah.
All right, 1 there, and then I've got 6 coming at me. Okay. And you got 1 card in hand. Is that Weave Lightning?
Yeah, and 1 resource floating.
Yeah.
Looks like a sword, smells like a sword, swings like a
Sure
sword.
does. You're not even close to this. Okay.
Apparently you took 2 arcane there.
Oh, good.
I think you.
I'd
Yeah.
already taken it. How many arcane do you need?
You really wanted to take it.
I mean, that Weave Lightning. Okay, so we do this, and then we basically have to do this. I get it. I understand. I see this. But we do have to do that. And then we've got to do this. And then basically we're on Weird City. Okay, so let's go to reactions.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to turn Timber for 6.
Come on now.
We're going to pitch here. 1 floating.
Back on top.
Not yet.
Oh, I thought you pitched there. Oh, you pitched there. I got you.
Yeah, for turn Timber. And then we're going to activate Hold Him. We're going to pitch here for 1 and pitch here. So prevent the next 2, and then that's it.
Put a card back on top. So
Yeah.
I put the card back on top.
Yeah.
You cover 1 up here because you're blocking. Oh, it's at 6. 6 to 6. Then I swing the sword. You cover up 2.
I'm going to take 2.
Yeah. And then we're back around.
Yeah, it's unsustainable.
Well, I popped out my gear though, so.
That's right. You got no more tricks left. You're just on harvesting potatoes now.
That's exactly how that's gonna go, right? Holy smokearinis. Holy smokes. Folks, let's go. Briar Power, that's a good deck. Bramble Spark Red, showing you Yellow Sotomorrow. You see?
Mm-hmm.
This is 4 damage value there. Then I play a Yellow Weave Lightning, creating this Embodiment Lightning token. So now we're at +5, you see, an Arcane. Then I'm going to play a red Vela Flash. Coming at you for Arcane.
It's like the perfect turn.
Arcane damage
it's the
and
perfect
10.
4-card turn. I guess I just take the perfect 4-card turn.
Yeah. That's why I said, holy smokes, when I drew it.
Uh-huh. I don't think this approach is working. I mean, you can definitely lose the game slower than others. You're like halfway through.
No, I'm not saying I'm fatigued, but you almost killed me.
Well, yeah, I maybe could have gone a little hard in that direction.
Equitide, these the tokens and boards we're using are prototypes that were the product's finalized. We should be launching it very soon.
And then I take 4 and die. I think there's no way out of this one. I'm afraid to say it. I could trade this into a 3. So then I take 3. I could live. I could live.
No time to die, am I right?
I could live. So let's see. We go 3, 3. This guy is going to block. This becomes a 3. So we block 6, 7, 8. Take 2, take 2. Can't live that way. We block 9, take 1, take 2, block 2. That's the only way to do it. All right, Evergrowth. Summerwood Shelter, pitch there. Get the Blue Autumn's Touch. And then block 9. Take 1.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't have arcane damage attached to it.
Oh, yeah, it did.
Yeah,
Sure.
so yeah, there's nowhere to live here. That was a cute idea, though.
Yeah, it was close. So technically, if I was really good at this game, someone was asking. I knew it was coming though, because
I don't think you're there yet.
No, I'm not. The next turn is.
Yeah, I think we were 1 off.
Yeah, which if it had been my hand, it's flash into Stir the Wildwood, fused would go again, swing the sword.
Mm-hmm. It's good stuff.
And then let's see how good
Briar
or not
deck
I
is
am.
good. You were what? Probably 3 hands. 3 to 4 hands,
3 hands
but they should be your best hands.
They are my pitch zones.
That's the problem.
So then I have my brambles and a wildwood again, and then
It's good practice to get into.
yeah, just see it. Vela Flash, showing you lightning, playing a flash into a surge into a sword swing.
It's that sword.
That sword is the heat, man.
It's the arcane sword every single time. It's
Yeah.
so good. When you get a good Briar Pool,
great.
I don't know that there's anything you can do about it.
It's tough.
I mean, how good would the other pools have to be to beat like that?
Yeah, I don't know the answer to that.
Winner's Whale, maybe?
I mean, I think the ice chest is great.
I mean, that's notably.
In fact, I want to test my mediumly good Briar Pools against a deck that has the ice chest. Even falsely, like not even open it. It's just like I need to play it because what's going to happen is you're going to go, if you're fortunate, right, 5-0, 6-0. Then you're going to start playing someone that's been winning a lot.
I mean, do you? Is anything different though?
Well, the arcane damage, you can't count the arcane damage in the same way.
Yeah, but I guess what does that change?
So I think Oldham can actually fatigue Briar way easier.
Yes, but I mean, like, what does Briar do differently?
So
Stop playing your arcane damage cards?
no, I just think that like you get used to if I just play enough arcane damage, I win.
Mm-hmm.
You actually have to set up big turns they can't block. Like, I think it's way more important to pitch a giant turn to the bottom of your deck 2 or 3 turns in a row.
You see Heart of Ice, yeah, you can't. You've got to kind of build the big.
Like a ton
moments.
of games that I play with Briar, I win. Like even there, I won before I got to the bottom of my deck.
Mm-hmm.
So like stacking
Happens in this format a lot.
stacking only matters so much. But literally when I was playing, when I opened Heart of Ice, is like I got through my deck several times because it was like, and that skill is something that if you haven't been practicing with this format, isn't.
You get wrecked. You get run right over.
Yeah.
What, you want to do one more, or are we done?
I think I'm done.
You done?
I owe you a beer.
All right. That's right. You do. Because we made a bet earlier that Oldham would lose to Briar.
Yeah.
And I delivered.
Did
No, we did not. We absolutely did not.
All
All right, thoughts for the day. What have we learned?
Good Briar pulls are very strong.
Good Briar pulls are very good.
I don't know the answer to that.
Yeah.
But it's also like if you look at the pool I had earlier, I think my Briar deck was very middling. So like there's a range of quality, and I think it's actually true for each hero. I don't know 100% what they look like in every hero or how best to do it. I think if you can do the math and you know the way to sequence your actions, Briar is the easiest to appreciate. Like it's very hard to be good with Lexi. I've been playing for a long time, and the first 5 games I played with Lexi was just like, my brain hurts. So that's.
Here's
How do you feel about the defense reactions? They seem like they were panning out there.
You know, they always pan out when you're on the other side of them, and then when you're looking at your hand on when you're actually like, I've got to play 3 cards to block 6 damage here. They are built for that shield.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Because like the problem with even a 2 for 6 is you spend 2 cards to block 6, and most of your cards block for 3 anyway.
And it could be an 8. Like the one turn that it was good and it fused into from a 5 to a 7 or whatever.
Yeah.
The problem you're running into though is you're pitching, you're playing that card, then you really want to do the defense reaction as well, and you really want to pitch an ice and an earth card to do that. So your whole hand you blocked 6 to 8 damage and put a card on top, which is, I guess, a good Briar deck. That's never going to get you caught up.
Now the ideal sequencing of that would be pitch a yellow, earth or ice, and then pitch a blue of the other. Have 2 floating. Then play the defense reaction.
Yeah, that's right. And that's right. And I wasn't honoring those defense reactions being able to happen first. I don't know if it would have made a difference, but that's definitely something worth thinking
that's the
about.
most efficient way to check all those boxes.
Yeah, definitely. Because really, at that point, you're wanting to spend 5 off of 2 cards in a weird... Yeah, that is weird, isn't it?
That's always the thing that gets me. When you start working with the shield and stuff, too, like you understand that, like, you actually have to react before using the shield. So it's better if you can react to the first attack and bring the shield in with your floating resources.
Yeah. And you don't, something that tripped me up early when I was using Oldham, it's not looking at your pitch pile when you use the reaction, it's saying when you pitch for this ability.
Yeah.
So if you want to get the earth and ice at the same time, you're going to have to pitch 2 cards.
Yeah. And then you need to go to some of those resources after that fact. Yeah. Which is why the reactions are interesting.
Yeah.
Or if they're going wide, the shield's still really good, right? It's a free block after that.
That does make sense, right? So really you're just on... it's so weird.
Yeah. So in my mind, I think
yellow,
those reactions,
blue,
the big reactions.
That's what it is, right? So it's like pitch yellow
a yellow and a blue to have 2 floating.
Pitch yellow and a blue, have 2 floating. Yeah. So then you're 3 cards in, 6 to 8 damage blocked, 2 off the earth reaction for 10,
and they're down a card.
Also down a card, and you have 1 to put in the arsenal
or swing the hammer. But I think their value is way higher against Oldham and Lexi because they're the only ones that dominate.
I mean, I got full use out of them.
But like if they had just been 2/3 blocks, it costs you an extra card technically.
True.
But like that's always 2 for 5. You could usually block for 6 with 2 cards anyway.
Yep.
So like against dominate though, it's preventing damage that you would not have been capable of preventing.
You wouldn't otherwise be able to do it.
And in either case, if you actually put in arsenal, you're blocking with a card you traditionally couldn't block with. So on the turns where Briar goes real big, it's like it actually lets you max block at that point.
That's right. You can roll them out. I think from my experience with the set so far, Briar's highs are higher than other classes' highs.
Yep.
But I haven't seen, I don't think she gets as high as potentially a Winter's Wail. I mean, if you want to talk Winter's Wail, Heart of Ice, all blues build from Oldham, that's conceivably openable.
Yeah.
In that. Now, I don't know. Lexi's highs are always going to feel very bad when you're playing against it, but you're not going to see those games where they didn't hit the 2 dominate attacks in a row for 15 each, So Lexi can always brick out in a spectacular way. That's kind of the Ranger dream, is you always give yourself a chance to just lose.
Yeah.
But her highs, I don't even know what they look like. Like compared to a giant awesome
Lexi?
Briar deck.
Yeah.
Her highs are like above average Briar.
I would assume her highs are like flip 1 for 5 lightning, send the 5 lightning with 2 floating, play something that gets go again from playing it, whether it's like a lightning fusion or whatever it is.
If I were like building just a turn I would be looking for in Lexi, or if I was like building the second cycle, it would be pop Electrify from, it doesn't even matter, the ability doesn't even matter.
Yeah. Also, Honing Hood usually is involved.
Yeah, that's true. So just the basic version of it, play Electrify from Arsenal, play Ball Lightning, and then play Frazzle.
Sure.
Because you got instant and in. So now Frazzle is at +1 from Ball Lightning, +1 from itself. You've got 7 there. It's going to hit, so it's going to do Electrify. It's got 10 damage there, and then 3 from the Ball Lightning. That's a strong turn.
There's weird stuff like what's the +4 load card?
That Overshot or whatever. Overflex, yeah.
Or Invigorate. Or like if you can also pump that attack.
You can throw some pumps.
Like if you're sending like a 7 to 9 damage, dominated, lightning balled, electrified moment.
There you go. That's it.
Like that's you did like a 14 damage to dominate to me the other day.
Yeah, there's some turns.
And I was just like, block 3, take 11.
Yeah, she's got some really big turns. I mean, there's also weird, like you're talking about with Honing Hood. There's weird situations where you're essentially flipping up something like Electrify. You're pulling. I guess you wouldn't get the card draw. I'm just trying to think of. Basically, you want to flip up Lightning, and then you want to pull it back to hand. You want to put Frazzle in, and then you shoot Frazzle, fuse it, Ball Lightning. So now you've got 2 floating. If it deals damage, do extra, and then you've got the Lightning card, and then maybe it's a Heaven's Claws for 5.
Yeah. Well, and Honing Hood also can let you load without breaking the chain.
Yeah. Right? Well, it's instant. The bow's instant, so it doesn't break to load.
Oh, okay, nice.
Yeah, which is one of the big advantages of those bows.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Because maybe that's it. So, like, if you flip a Lightning card from Arsenal, that's your action. Then you bounce it. Like let's say you flip Ball Lightning, then you bounce it, then you put something down for free that you can shoot with Go Again, then you Ball Lightning, then you can load and Frazzle or whatever you're doing.
Yeah, those kinds of weird interactions through there are interesting, and a lot of times just flip up, play Heaven's Claws, play Ball Lightning, play Frazzle. Yeah. I mean, like that's a fine turn too.
Yeah, interesting.
Fascinating stuff.
Well, if you're going to be at Sealed Saturday, we'll see you there. If you're not, you should check it out on our website this weekend in Tulsa, Oklahoma. We're playing Sealed, Tales of Aria First Edition. It'll be a good time, good warm-up for Dallas. If you're going to be in Dallas next weekend, also feel free to say hi. We'd love to chat with you. It was great in Vegas, getting to talk to everybody.
It was great. And one thing to remember, if you're going to Dallas or you're going to Sealed Saturday here coming up, or you're going to Cincy, is that Sealed?
Uh-huh. Yeah, the weekend after Dallas.
You can definitely not get good cards.
And that's okay. Play your best.
That's why the Pro Quest
and
exists,
then the Pro Quest is on Sunday. So just be ready to have a good time. Those events are amazing. Vegas was awesome. I'm excited to be back in Dallas. And anything else?
That's it. Sign up for Sealed Saturday. We'll cut them off on Thursday.
Yep.
And that's the only way to register. So please do not show up at the door and say, I'm here. I need to register. And it's like, it's only online registration. So
yeah,
keep it clean, please. Bye, everybody.
See you there.